Welcome to Waldrop Stadium for tonight's matchup. The Mountain Brook Spartans, the 6-1 Mountain Brook Spartans, 4-0 in Region 5, versus the 5-2 Homewood Patriots, who are sitting at 3-1. I'm George Palakas, along beside George Palakas for tonight's matchup. G-Man, we got us a big game. Spartans win tonight. What's going to happen?
We clinch Region 5, and so that would carry us through a few home field advantage games for the playoffs. And tonight's a big game. It's a crosstown rivalry. Played last year, beat them at Spartan Stadium. This year it's going to be big to come to Waldrop Stadium and win in a tough environment.
Absolutely, and I tell you what, before we get to talking about tonight's matchup, we had a great game last week with just a stifling defense. The Mountain Brook Spartans, posing a big shutout against Briarwood. But let's look at some of those highlights of the 14-0 win last week where the Spartans sort of took control.
So last week, Homewood lost on a 19-yard field goal with a few seconds remaining, lost 10-8 to a team that Mountain Brook took care of pretty with ease, I would say.
Well, we were leading us into some highlights, but we're going to keep talking because we are right now in where we are, a little technical difficulties. But let's go on and look at those highlights now for the 14-0 Briarwood victory. Mountain Brook Spartans.
Fourth down and 8, a punt for Briarwood. Going to be returnable again for Jake Thompson. He'll start at the 25.
Oh, look at this.
He's to the
look
40.
at this.
He's to midfield.
Make your move.
He's to the 40.
Make
Makes
your
the move. And he is gone.
Touchdown, Spartans. Jake Thompson just toying with the lines and making his move and breaking off into the end zone. And Reed kicking the extra point. The Medical Properties Trust the extra point. But woo, I love it.
Colvin to pass.
Oh, look at this.
Down the middle. It's complete. And that is down to the 13. Gary Hollingsworth in that Homer Smith offense. Back to pass again. To the end zone. Touchdown, Spartans. Jackson Beatty.
Beatty, Coleman to Beatty once again. Touchdown, Spartans. Down on the season.
Extra point by Reed Harradine. Ooh, did he nail the
push-ups? We'll call that the Hollis Wright Clay push-ups. 14. Yeah, there you go. Look at the
Here comes the blitz.
Oh, he gets out of it.
They do get him down.
Oh, Ethan Went.
Yes, 87, Ethan Wynn.
Number 90, Gray Dosser applying the first pressure on him. And
they fake the jet sweep. And Vizina is in trouble. He's going down.
Great job.
Major loss. And if they were in field goal position before, they aren't anymore.
No, and the team of Macmillan and Wright.
Seconds back on the clock after it had gone down to zeros. And now Vizina is going down again. Well,
no,
I spoke too soon.
He got it. Oh,
now
got
he's
the ball.
going down. The ball came out.
Take it, Quinn.
Take it back.
Keep
trying
moving.
to go back all the way, and they bring him down at the 29.
And the clock says 0. Woo! As you see, here we are in our Southern Sky Aviation pregame show, and you see the presentation of the flag. job by the Homewood Patriots band, just outstanding band. Once again, we're in our Southern Sky Aviation pregame show. I'm George Palakas alongside George Palakas. And I tell you, Lee Tracy is on sudden assignment tonight. Will not be with us, so you'll be putting up with G3 and G4 tonight. G, I'm glad to have you on.
Yeah,
hey,
it's good to be here.
Good to be. Hey, let's look at our First Bank performance captains for tonight's ball game.
John McMillan, senior linebacker.
Jake Thompson, senior wide receiver. Braxton Dean, junior safety.
Michael Lorino, senior H-back.
David Miller, junior linebacker.
Richard Grauman, sophomore linebacker.
That was our First Bank performance captains and co-captains, and now let's look at who are thinking our starting lineups will be our Cellular Cells starting lineup for the defense. G-Man, you see a bunch of them in there, and I tell you, the defensive line and the linebackers have been a big crew. I tell you, stifling defense, one of the best defenses I've ever seen.
Very experienced group. You saw a lot of seniors and the front seven, and you have three right there in the secondary.
And then offensive starters, the way I say it, always starts right there on the offensive line, right there in the center with Nelson Crawford and Wilder Hines. Big job those guys do in protection. And then, of course, you see the offensive starters, the backs, and we've got the wrong pitcher up there for Will Waldrop. That looks like Garrett Coonsey. That's not Will Waldrop. And you look at right there, John Colvin, Michael Arena, Rob Gillespie. Those guys will be in the starters and in the rotation tonight for your Cellular Cells starting lineup both on the offensive and defensive side. And you see the team captains coming out for our RX Benefits coin toss. And you see representing the Spartans, we saw him just a minute ago, the First Bank performance captains. You see number 5, Jake Thompson, had that big 75-yard punt return last week.
Yeah, really changed momentum in last week's game.
Absolutely. Michael Lorino, man, he needs to get some more gold paint on that helmet. He hit so hard. And you see Braxton Dean and John McMillan. Braxton Dean had a big interception last week, and John McMillan just continues like a jackhammer, hit people and just punish them each week. So you'll see on the Homewood side, you see both Woods Ray and Harvey Ray, the brothers. Number 15's the tight end, the quarterback number 13, and then you see number 2 over here. G, where'd our roster go? Number 40, I think it's Henry Watson for Homewood, and number 2 for Homewood, it's highlighted there.
Owen Eisenhower.
Yeah. So
you saw Homewood won the toss, and they will get the ball to start the game.
And number 4 is Henry Watson. I know Henry's dad really well, and I tell you, Henry will hit you. Big Homewood team. So that was our RX Benefits, and once again, G, who's going to be receiving?
The Patriots.
Patriots, and so the Spartans will get it in the second half. So what do you think the highlights for tonight? What do we got to do with this game?
I mean, of course, our defense is going to have to step up like they do week in, week out. This is a very tough, hard-nosed offense. You see, here come the Spartans running out of the tunnel. But yeah, like we talked about, our defense have to show up. They do every week. Our offense just kind of needs to, I think, just stay consistent without the game, run the ball, take a few deep shots, catch the Homewood defense off guard. Just win games like we have all season through our defense.
Yeah, I mean, one thing, our defense, once again, our multiple sets, I tell you, it has everybody out back on the hills. They don't know what's coming. with our defense. Coach Robert Evans, once again, I've never seen a better defense, a better defensive group in high school football. Offensively, think about it. Last week, Shades Valley, they had a running back that carried the ball 28 times for 218 yards. So they had success. Shades Valley did running the ball, and they really couldn't get their passing game going, but they had their running game going. So I see the Spartans having some success on the offensive side tonight. We, like you said, we'd like to, rotate it, run on the edges, run it up the middle, and then catch them deep. Catch them sleep, and then defensively you'll have the collection agency of linebackers coming after you. I tell you what, I wouldn't want to be on that end of the collections of those guys.
Some hard hitters on that linebacking core.
Once again, we do appreciate our sponsors, the Southern Sky Aviation pregame show. Once again, the Southern Sky will represent us in the postgame show too, be Southern Sky. We had our RX benefits coin toss, and the Patriots will be receiving. We saw our cellular sales starting lineups, and we will now go into, and we had, of course, our First Bank Performance captains, and now we'll go into our Vulcan Tire and Auto kickoff with Reed Haredine kicking off for the Spartans. We do appreciate you being with us. Lee Tracy is on assignment. He'll be back with us next week. But this is a fun treat for George to do this with me. A little father and son duo. I hope you're going to have a good time listening to
opportunity.
We'll have a fun time listening to different aspects of football from different generations.
You see Reed that time kick it through the back of the end zone.
And you look at the stats over there, G. I bet he's over 75%.
Yeah.
We're in close quarters here, and Joel just stepped on my headset and about strangled me. Sorry about that. So, yeah, Reed takes it and kicks it in that end zone about 75% of the time. Here goes the defense. Woods Ray, quarterback for Homewood.
Great pass break of that time by Matt McCowan, breaking up the slant. It looked like a for sure completion. If he's not there, that honestly might go all the way.
And that was Jackson Harris who the ball was intended for. Brings up second down and 10 for the Patriots.
Similar to Briarwood offense, they like to take their time. They're not going to go no huddle, so it'll give our defense like 40 seconds to reset.
So you see Wood Ray's trying to get the signals from the sideline, and he can.
Early timeout.
And that's going to give us an on-time service timeout. So you can see quickly, sometimes you might outsmart yourself. And that is, once again, what our defense causes for opposing teams. Opposing teams are just trying to pull up the perfect play, and they're not. But I'll tell you, somebody is perfect, service on time, or we'll pay you $59. And I've told you all about this. If y'all were listening a few weeks ago, I had on-time service out to my house, and what a wonderful experience I had. And a former Homewood Patriot, Art Charles, was who came and did the work out at our house, George, and put up those new front porch lights, and we can see again.
Yeah, we saw him in the Academy parking lot too.
That's right. We saw him at the Academy this week, and got to say hello to Art, and we've got some other projects. We'll have on-time service back out with us.
It's interesting. They have the band playing when they're on Homewood's on offense. It's like Homewood's band. Sounds like, or no, maybe that's ours. But their student section's loud. I think that was part of the reason it's a tough time for Woods to get the signal in.
So once again, Woods Ray, the quarterback.
Looks like a false start.
And we're going to get us a Callahan Eye Foundation flag on the play. Once again, George, you could experience this is what college is going to be like. This will be the size of your bedroom, den, and kitchen. It's about a
4x4.
Yeah, a 4x4 room, and it's Joel, me, and you in here trying to watch this ball game. Glad y'all are with us. That's still now going to bring up 2nd and 15. Homewood still trying to get it. Woods hands it off, and And you see Trent Wright, John McMillan, and Mac Palmer all around the ball. Number 16, Mac Palmer, you see him in there, and he said Big Mac hit. Big hit Mac will lay it down too. But look at it right here and see Trent barking it out, the comments, and just boom, step right up in the hole. And actually, who else was that? Yeah, John McMillan, number 2, making the tackle.
So you see it's our pass coverage. We dropped Tompkins out, added an extra DB. It's almost a guaranteed pass play on 3rd and long.
And here we go. Woods is looking. He throws it and finds his brother, but that's going to be an incomplete pass that brings up a Bez Express 3rd down stop. So Woods looking for Harvey, and as you see, a 3rd down Bez Express play by the Spartans.
So it looks as if Woods is going to be deep to punt.
So they have another punter too, but Woods does punt for them. He hasn't punted many times. Low snap. Spartans did not have the rush on. Here goes Jake. Jake takes, is going to get a return out of it. And up and at him, and there goes Jake for a good 15-plus yard return.
What was interesting that time is, so Woods throws the ball righty, but he kicked it with his left foot.
Reminds me of somebody I know, George. I was about to say, that sounds like you can have a conversation with him and ask him why he does that.
Yeah, I know. It's weird.
So here goes the Spartans, John Colvin.
So we're starting with the 4-receiver set.
And you see Jake Thompson in motion, and then the handoff to Cole Gamble, hitting the edge and following his blockers, and a good run on 1st down for the Spartans there. Which is about a 6-yard run to bring up 2nd and 4. You see Cole Gamble, number 19, for the Spartans. Spartans, once again, will run the no huddle, and they'll try and keep it mixed up. And there you go.
And miscommunication that time. I think John might have. If he didn't get it, he was awfully close.
So yeah, John opened up, and either the back or John were going the wrong direction, but John, with his head on his shoulders right, gets a little bit positive, gets 2 yards out of that, and brings up 3rd and 2 for the Spartans. George Kane in the ball game,
along with Will Waldrop. So you usually see Will on the 3rd down plays. Right up the middle for a 1st down.
And there you go. And you see that following that big offensive line when you look at Cornet and Smith and Crawford and Hines. Getting it done.
One thing you notice is if you
Peterson.
look at where our offensive line, just the push they're getting on this Homewood front 7, they're 3 yards downfield.
And here we go, reverse to Jake coming around. And there goes Jake for a big 1st down play by the Spartans.
There was a wide open hole on the left side that time for Jake, as he was able just to kind of sit right behind his blockers and kind of
look at the block down. Look at that. Look at Peterson blocking his guy downfield, and you see the backs out in front, which brings up an epilogic 1st down for the Spartans. 1st and goal on the 9-yard line. There goes Cole Gamble just right up the middle, and you know what we were sort of expecting, G-Man, just be able to run.
Yeah, I mean, that was kind of a given coming to this game. We knew we'd be able to run the ball. It's just a matter of when we want to take those in the you just saw, or take a deep shot to a guy like Jake or Jackson. But, I mean, yeah, we should be able to run the ball just down their throats this whole game.
John getting the snap, hands it off to Cole again. Cole taking it all over left guard, left tackle.
Cole does a great job of just lowering his shoulder and just running north and south. You see a lot of backs nowadays try to dance to the outside, make a hole where there's not there, but he just trusts his lineman and just barrels through.
So once again, we're in our Andrews Sports Medicine red zone, third and goal here from the 2. You see Wyatt Brooks, number 10, in the ball game to provide the blocking And look at Will Waldrop. Just keep moving. Touchdown, Spartans.
Great job that time by Waldrop to bounce to the outside, keep his feet from under him, and just take it on in on the second and third effort.
So Will Waldrop scoring our Hollis Wright Clay touchdown for the Spartans with 7:56 to go in the first quarter. And here you go. You'll see Jake Thompson holding for Reed Harradine. And Charlie Comer snapping for the Spartans. And the kick is good. Medical Properties Trust kick is good. So Spartans up 7-0.
So yeah, we wasted no time that drive, just going right down their throats into the end zone. I mean, there wasn't really any we had that one play where John misread the.
Here you go. Look at the replay right here, G-Man. Just like you're talking about. Look at Will Waldrop. Just keep it moving. Touchdown.
But we were able just to keep going consistently. Like I said, we had that one miscue where John and Cole had the miscommunication, as you see another angle from the touchdown. But besides that, it was really a really good drive. We were disciplined. We were able to keep the Homewood defense on their toes.
So all on the ground for the Spartans. So
after holding Homewood to 3 and out on offense, we'll look to do just the same. As you see, we're headed back to the sideline.
Once again, I'm George Palakas. Along with George Palakas, Lee Tracy is on assignment. We're sorry we don't have his professional voice with us tonight doing the play-by-play, but tell you what, G4 and I are going to have a lot of fun with this, and hopefully y'all will too. We're here at Waldrop Stadium in Homewood. For those of you just now joining us, Spartans are up 7-0 over Homewood, and it was all on the ground.
So Homewood thinks our quarterback John Colvin is place kicking now.
And like we said earlier, Reed Harradine has knocked 75% plus of his kicks as touchbacks, which is a great way to start. Field position always.
And the thing is, his backup Coleman Clay would start probably just about anywhere else in the region. It's just you have a guy like Reed Harradine ahead of you. This little squib kick, and they'll take it about the 10.
And right there is evidence of what a touchback will do for you. They were able to bring that ball out to about the 30-yard line to get them a good place
about
to start.
10 more yards than usual.
Yeah. So there you go. You see the nice angle with the cameras. Nate on the sidelines showing us the angle that the defense came out the first time and did their job 3 and out. So let's see what we do here.
So you see Parker Avery in the game now for what's usually Ethan Went.
Yeah, I tell you,
he's had a great last few weeks.
He really has, and has earned his playing time into this rotation. I love to see the way Parker's playing. There you go. You see
sheds off the blockers.
Yeah. You see Ray rolling out for the Patriots and not finding anybody, just throws it away. Spartans had everything covered.
So, yeah, just like we were talking about Parker, that time he shed off 2 blocks, just kind of rolled with the quarterback, kept his containment, and was one of the many reasons Woods Ray had to just heave one out of bounds.
So once again, Woods Ray lines up. His brother Harvey in motion. Claps. Here he is, going to run it. And he runs it around right in.
Trent Wright that time made contact first, and Woods was able to shut him off, but luckily Trent was able to do enough to make him step out of bounds. So it's a 3rd and manageable now for the Patriots.
Woods Ray, I mean, he's carried the ball 67 times this year for 293 yards and 4 touchdowns. He's thrown for 13 touchdowns for over 1,000 yards. So he can do it both with the feet and the arm. You see Harvey Ray in motion.
We're sending the house right now. And it's off the hands and off throw, and that'll bring up 4th down.
It was intended for Harvey Ray. Quinn Thomas on the coverage with the Spartans. You saw the Spartans sending the house that time, and the pass was a little bit too high. So Spartans another 3rd down. Beds Express stop. And so here comes the punt return team.
So they've had 6 plays and probably gained about 15 or so yards, maybe. No, they're
Not a good punt. Fire, guys. Get away from it.
We're gonna get it at about midfield.
Great job by Fields Mendelson that time, recognizing the ball was coming down. He got way away from it. And that's the thing last week, I don't know if it was 3 or 4 times, George, that we in the first half started on Briarwood's 50-yard line.
Yeah, that was a big reason we had control of the game.
Ball.
Even when it was 0-0, it took them forever to get inside of Mount Brook territory.
Yeah.
And then they eventually got in the red zone, I believe.
Yeah.
But they weren't able to convert.
So here goes John Colvin barking out the cadence right now. You see our receivers shifting, like the Spartans do. The line, everybody shifts.
Down to 3.
You got Beatty
2,
and Gillespie
1.
out to the left, and there it is. All the shifting for that run to Cole Gamble for a good 6-yard run.
If you look up on that replay, you see Jackson Beatty and Sims Brown blocking their guys 15, 17 yards downfield. It's really, when you have guys that talented, it's hard not to give them the ball.
So check out the line play here, right here on this Nichols concrete replay. And you just see everybody just caving everybody down, and Will being able to go. And there's another Cole Gamble. Just Spartans are just running at will. No pun intended.
This offensive line, it's where you win football games, in the trenches. And right now our offensive line is just manhandling this Homewood team up front.
And the speed of it, we're just getting right back at it. So we got a Zephyr Logic 1st down, and boom, we're ready to run the ball again to Cole Gamble. And we're not even giving Homewood a chance to get up.
They're not even in their stance.
No. Not giving them a chance to call their defense.
You see Mount Brook guys getting up, and you see Homewood guys getting up from under them. It's pancakes left and right. I will give it to this Homewood crowd. Or at least the cheerleaders band, they're loud. They're making noise.
2nd and 5, 6:06 to go here in the first quarter. Spartans on the move, lined up at the 30. See Jake Thompson on the move, and there goes. Look at Will. Just keep it churning, Will.
Look at Davis downfield.
About to say, big 78. Davis Peterson's always going to attack, which you love to see. And once again, for another Epologic 1st down for the Spartans.
Will that time just ran right over his man.
I mean, look at that. Look at the blocking right there and just keep it going.
I'm trying to see what Homewood defender that was, but man, they're running hard tonight.
Will Waldrop over right guard. Gain of 3 yards for the Spartan, brings up 2nd and 7. And you'll see Cole Gamble. It's great when you can just sort of rotate in a Will Waldrop and a Cole Gamble. And then you also got George Kane. They'll get some big carries. So Spartans again just running. They see the shift by the Spartan line, and they're going to call somebody step forward. And it's going to be a Callahan Eye Foundation flag on the play. It's going to move the Spartans back 5 yards.
This will be about a 2nd and 12.
So obviously somebody moved a little forward instead of to the side.
So really the first negative play we've had all game.
So Spartans looking at their play bands and plays being signaled in. Cole Gamble beside John Colvin. John Colvin calling the cadence. John looking up for the first pass of the ball game to Jackson Beatty, a completion.
Good job that time by Beatty on a slant. He's a great route runner. I mean, it kind of was a given. I feel like that time we were going to throw the ball, and Homewood still couldn't cover it.
And so that was a good 5-yard completion.
Puts us back in 3rd and manageable.
Third down and about 7 yards to go. So John looking to the sideline, and it looks like the Spartans are going to take an on-time service timeout. And while we're taking that on-time service timeout, let's talk about the Spartan Athletic Foundation, what's happening in Spartan athletics and in the schools this week. Congratulations to National Merit finalists. Julianne Albanoa, Kate Ryan, Amy Beth Hudson, and Mason Keller, Amelia Tynes, Caroline Allen, Ivy Cobbs, Corey Fan. Hey, he was our scholar athlete, college golf fellowship scholar athlete last week. Luke Turner and Jelks Cabanis, National Merit semifinalists, and National Merit commended students. Bickley Byron, Reagan Downey, Hunter Anderson, Charles Vaughn, Zach Heimowitz, and Tommy Buttress. Congratulations, Spartan Athletic Foundation. That's what's happening in Spartan athletics and in the schools this week. We're proud to say a lot of those are playing play athletics, and they do it in the classroom and on the field. And we got us a little bit longer of a TV timeout. So adding to the Spartan Athletic Foundation, what's happening in Spartan athletics and in the schools this week? Mount Brook High School Choir. Some of our athletes are involved in the Mount Brook High School Choir program. My daughter Margaret happens to be one, and your sister Margaret happens to be one of them, G.
Oh, yeah.
So both the Mount Brook High School and Mount Brook Junior Choirs are having a combined fall concert. Why We Sing next Thursday, October 21st at 7 p.m. in the Mount Brook High School Fine Arts Center, free admission. So come enjoy what I know will be a great performance. Another Spartan Athletic Foundation, what's happening in Spartan athletics and in the schools this week. Bringing us back to the action. Here we are at 3rd and 5, 4:01 to go here in first quarter. John looking up for the pass, seen in the slant.
Touchdown.
Touchdown to Sims Brown. Completion and a touchdown. Spartans.
Great throw that time by Colvin. It was a tight window, and he was able to make that ball fit. Great accuracy that time, and a great catch from Sims Brown to put the Spartans up 13-0 early.
In our Hollis Wright Clay touchdown. And now we'll see Reed come on to try and get our Medical Properties Trust extra point. You see our crowd there. Great shot there, Nate. And the kick is up.
It's good.
And the kick is good. So Spartans take a 14-0 lead here with 3:54 to go. So that was a fantastic route and run of about how many yards there was that, G?
I think it was about a 12.
Let's see, here you go. 13. Look at the replay here.
Yeah,
Explain
about
it out
15
there.
yard.
Yeah, it's what you saw there.
So far, the Spartans have done just about what we talked about pregame. They've thrown the ball twice. Colvin's 2 for 2, but other than that, just putting it on the ground, just showing our toughness and just manhandling that Homewood front seven.
Yeah, right now it is looking like Spartans got control of this game right now, and it's looking good. So 3:54 to go. Spartans up 14-0. And we are coming up to another Vulcan Tire kickoff. That crowd that you were talking about that was loud has sort of quieted down a little bit.
Yeah, each touchdown we score, I think they're going to get a bit more quiet.
Reed kicking.
The nice thing is our defense is, I would say, is one of our it's the strongest of our team. It's one of the best in the state by far, and they've only been on the field 6 plays so far in this first quarter, and we're getting close to being wrapped up with it. So that's huge, giving our defense all the rest that they've had. So they're coming out fresh 100% pretty much every drive if we keep this up.
And like we say, Coach Yeager and Coach Evans, I mean, Coach Evans' defense, and especially the defense he dialed up last week with a great quarterback, Chris Messina. And you just see there's no let-up. So here go the Homewood Patriots starting on 1st and 10 on their own 20.
Woods all alone in the backfield.
Now Patriot in motion. And so there he goes, a completion to his brother Harvey, and there's a first down for the Patriots. And now the Patriots got a little bit of energy, as you see some linemen sort of slapping some high fives, and that's sort of what the Patriots have got to do. They got to remain patient and sort of keep it moving forward.
This Raider Ray connection is probably going to be moving all night. See a good stop that time.
See Trent Wright, number 4, making the tackle for the Spartans. Once again, we're glad you are with us tonight for this Spartan broadcast, a Thursday night lights Spartan broadcast. Lee is on assignment. We are missing that fresh professionalism play-by-play announcer. Has been doing it for, 25 years, 26 or whatever. Lee, we can't wait to get you back. So here we go. The Patriots are on the move, doing some shifting, and they're taking it to the air.
4. Great tackle that time by Von Frost as he met him right as he called it, and I think he's going to be short. Nope, they're going to move the chains. I thought Von that time made the tackle short of the chains. Still a great hit that time to seal off the Homewood back.
So Homewood getting some things moving right now, and what they showed on the last series, you get a good first down play, shortens the field, and allows you to keep the defense on its heels.
You see another quarterback sweep. They've done that a few times tonight. Picks up a gain of about 5 or so.
So it brings up 2nd and 5, but another, like we just said, another good first down play by Homewood. Homewood getting some things moving, going their way. Spartans looking for the defensive call. 2nd and 5. It's a minute 56 here in the first quarter. Clock dwindling down. And Homewood sort of slowing it down a little bit, not trying to go too quickly.
Not much of a hurry-up offense type team. They're taking the game clock down to 3 seconds. Just quarterback dive right up the middle.
He just it's one of those where he picks and chooses where he's going to go, heads to the left and cuts it back towards the right center and makes another few-yard gain to bring up 3rd and 2 for Homewood.
Yeah, we were talking about the Homewood crowd earlier. It's definitely, they packed this place out. It's way more than I thought this Waldrop Stadium could hold for sure.
So Homewood here, 3rd and 2. Spartans needing to get a stop here. Beds Express stop.
Down to 1 second.
Woods is going to run it again. Oh, and the big hit comes in. He's going to roll over for that.
I think he might be short.
Nah, about to say, I think they're
going to give him 2 on the spot. He kind of had that rollover at the end that might have, gave him the first.
They gave him the first, and you see on making those tackles, look at this right here. He gets met by,
I think it's John McMillan.
So, boom, John McMillan there, Quinn Thomas. See Jones Beavers.
Quinn's got his
Von Frost
thumb brace on too, so it looks like this is going to be the last play of the first quarter.
So once again, Homewood on the move. You had a 3 first downs. Oh, but here it comes. Oh, and boom.
He got popped that time.
But he gets popped, but he completes it to his brother Harvey for a 5-yard gain. And I tell you what, that's a great play by Woods.
He stayed poised and just didn't let that hit affect him. But man,
it's beyond.
I think it might these next few plays. I mean, Trent Wright and John McMillan came in and just leveled him.
Well, that's the end of the first quarter with the Mountain Brook Spartans up 14-0. Let's head to a commercial break and we'll be right back. And we're back to Waldrop Stadium where the Spartans are holding a 14-0 lead over the Homewood Patriots. But Homewood on the move again, G.
They're doing a great job moving the football as you see both teams are now going back to their huddle.
So Spartans in the first quarter had a 2-yard run by Will Waldrop for the first touchdown, and then a 15-yard pass from Colvin to Sims Brown for the Spartan 14 points. Defense held Homewood on their first couple of possessions, but right now Homewood's got us on our heels and they're moving. And getting 5-yard little plays, controlling the clock, and probably the type of game that Homewood, that's what they need to do to get them
they're
back
doing
into
exactly what we really kind of did on our last drive. They're just kind of running it right at us and throwing a few slants, bubble passes, but.
So Woods Ray is your quarterback for Homewood. Number 4 is in motion, and then fumble on the ground.
That's Mountain Brook's football. Matt McCowan with the recovery.
Matt McCowan picking up the taco for the Taco Mama turnover. But they're going to call him down.
Wow.
And no Taco Mama turnover.
Let's see a replay on that one.
You can still go grab a taco if you want to and enjoy, because Taco Mama is always good to enjoy when you're watching a ball game. But look at this replay. He had the completion. He's getting hit, and that ball looks loose coming out, but we don't have instant replay here.
Interesting call that time, but
so it's not a Taco Mama turnover. Homewood still got the ball, and it's 1st and 10 for the Spartans. And you saw Quinn Thomas coming over from the right side, applying the pressure, and then Ethan Went making the tackle for the Spartans.
Gain of a few that time by Homewood, make it a 2nd and 7.
So it looks like Aaron Marsh was number 10 is the receiver that caught it earlier. You see Woods Ray out there, and number 4, Mondrell Odell, the running back, who has some pretty good plays here. We're 2nd and 7 right now with the Patriots. 10:37 to go here in second quarter. Woods is looking downfield, and we got the pressure coming. Here comes Quinn Thomas after him, and and the ball just slips out of his hand. And they're saying, and Coach Evans is like, continue the play, thinking it might be a fumble.
But we have no instant replay in high school football.
Yep. But you see over there, you see Coach Thornton, who just celebrated, his 74th birthday, I think. And
it's up there.
But look at this right here. You see the ball slip out of his hands, and Nate's got a great shot, and it's a throw.
His hand was coming forward.
It was coming forward, but you saw Quinn Thomas.
Yeah, going back to Coach Thornton, even since the practice field got taken away because they needed parking space, they turned into a gravel lot. Without fail, you see him doing some sort of yard work just about every single day out there. Whether it's mowing the little 10-foot side field next to the field house or trimming up something, he's always out there.
And right now, one of his defensive backs. Braxton
That's
Dean was on coverage there, but they're gonna call Braxton with the hold. Arm
late
right
flag
behind.
that time.
Looked
as if the contact came in after the ball had already passed, but
a lot of times is what they teach is with that arm sort of around the backside, waist side there, and it's close. It's a good play, and
it's kind of bang bang. Yeah.
You see it a lot in college football, and it's not called often, but it's a good call. So 9:59 to go. Patriots on the move. 1st and 10 at the Spartan 15-yard line. Homewood looking to the sideline for their play. Spartans doing the same.
It's like we talked about without fail every time. The Homewood offense is going to take it down to the final few seconds in the play clock and just let our defense down the field as long as possible. That time he's met right at the line of scrimmage by Jose Spartans.
Yeah, number 90, Gray Doster right in there, and you see Trent Wright, Jones Beavers. But once again, Aaron Mondrell gets hit for a 1-yard gain.
As you see, Tompkins come out as Matt Palmer enters the game for a 2nd and long.
So here we go, 2nd and 9 for the Patriots. Spartans lining up in the D. Here comes the pressure from the Spartans, and it's a pass over the middle to number 9 for the Patriots, Charlie Reeves. And it's a completion.
Great catch by Charlie that time to hold on to the football. It was looked like he might lose the ball at first, but he was able to kind of reel it in as it was getting low to the ground.
It brings up 1st and goal for the Patriots on the 4-yard line. As you see, they're going to just try and run it through, but
It's met right at the line by our Spartan D.
Yeah, number 4, Trent Wright. Number 7, Matt McCowan. Number 36, Vaughn Frost. Meeting Woods Ray. I tell you, when you got named 2 last names kind of thing, that's a tough name to call. But Woods Ray, look at it. It's right now. They're going to run Woods Ray right over here over the left side, and you see him just get met by
pounded by John and
Trent and Matt McCowan. And so it's now 2nd and 3. They give him 1 yard on that play. And you're going to see this again. You're going to see the receivers sort of stretch out, and I guarantee you Homewood's going to run it again with number 13.
That's going to be a false start, it looks like.
Well, let's see if the Spartans encroached. So let's see what they're going to call.
I think it was on 57 maybe.
And they did.
The left side of that.
It was. You're correct. So our Callahan Eye Foundation flag on the play is a good one, which takes them back to the 8-yard line to bring it to 2nd and goal from the 8, which is going to maybe change up the play calling a little bit by the Patriots, because you knew they were in probably the mode of running number 13.
Yeah, so that sets them back to where they kind of have to throw the ball.
And
slant for a touchdown. They've completed that pass a lot this game. That's been just about the only pass they've really thrown, but it's been successful for them, and that's a touchdown to Charlie Reeves.
Charlie Reeves with a 9-yard touchdown reception on the receiving end of a Woods Ray pass. So with 7:42 to go.
Yeah, that was a big possession that time for Homewood, because another Mount Brook stop and a Mount Brook touchdown kind of puts the game out of hand at 21-0. But Homewood is now made it a 7-point game, 14-7. So Patriots with a long drive that time. Just take it down the field, took up a good chunk of time. I mean, they started with a few minutes left in the first, and it's now 7:42 left to go in the second quarter, and we're just now kicking off.
So region championship for Spartans on the line here. Spartans win this game, we take control of Region 5 and win the championship. But the 3-1 Homewood in that region, Spartans 4-0. Homewood's trying to make a game out of this with 7:42 to go. It's 14-7 the Spartans. Ben Ferguson, the coach for Homewood, is in his 8th year here with the Patriots, 59-31, and every year Homewood has gone to the playoffs under Coach Ferguson. It's a kick, and it's going to be received by Jackson Beatty, and Jackson takes it, following his blockers, and taking it on out to about the 35-yard line is Jackson. So a good return by Jackson Beatty on the Vulcan Tire kickoff. So here go the Spartans coming out. Homewood, in their eyes, they want a 3 and out. Spartans' eyes, we need to get a control drive here and answer that last touchdown.
Yeah, we'll see the replay there. If we kind of just stick with the run game here. I mean, that's what I would do is you see we just it's a consistent at least 2-3 yards.
Well, more than 2 or 3 yards. That's about a 8-yard. I mean, that's what's impressive is our line moved that defensive line 6 yards back.
Our line is about 2 or 3 yards downfield by the time Cole even gets the ball.
So it's going to bring up a 2nd and 2 for the Spartans on their 44-yard line. But it's an impressive job when we're running it now. Right now we're spreading it out and throwing a slant pattern to Jake. Jake weaving his way through for a Spartan Upper Logic first down.
So take it to the Homewood 38.
So that was about a 17-yard completion by John Colvin. So, you know, with the running game working like it is, it opens up that passing game. So John Colvin right now standing, going to hand it back off to Cole Gamble. Watch Cole Gamble. Cole Gamble's going
that time.
there he goes. Cole's got it. He's going to take it on in for us. Spartans touchdown. Touchdown, Spartans.
What a run that time by Cole Gamble, but a huge hole that time by our offensive line to just pave the way for Cole just to walk into the end zone essentially. But the no huddle's really hurting the Homewood defense. As you see, their whole secondary is still kind of looking to the sideline trying to figure out the call. We snap it, catch them off guard for a 37-yard touchdown run. So Reed Harradine now on to kick. Jake to hold.
For our Medical Properties Trust extra point. Charlie Comer will be snapping, and Reed's got it kicked up and through. So
quick drive that time, about 3-play drive.
Yeah, and I tell you what, it was exactly what the Spartans needed to answer that last score. And there you go. You see, you know, the Spartans downfield, and you know Cole Gamble just taking it on in for a 37-yard run.
He's such a balanced back to where he gets hit multiple times. Not necessarily on that run, but just a lot in general. He'll get hit, but he stays on his feet. He's got some really quick feet too.
There's a Spartan emblem, and somebody's oh, there we go. Focusing the camera. I'm about to say here, the production truck cut to the camera at the wrong moment. Hey, we do appreciate the Barbie Media Group and Joel and Jason and Jonathan and Jackson and Nate on the sideline for us, and the camera crew and all the setup and the confines we're in. Georgia's, you know, we talk about UG taking the college visits, and so right here would be like a college visit of what a dorm room would look like, and it's this might 4x4. This might be bigger than a dorm room. So think about getting your bed and your little refrigerator and your clothes in this little room, and then having your friends over, Joel and me, to hang out with you. You know, cramped. Spartans up 21-7 with 6 minutes and 27 seconds to go. George Palakis, along with George Palakis, doing the game tonight. Lee Tracy on assignment, so you don't hear that pleasant professional voice tonight. You get us, but we're having fun. And here we are for our Vulcan Tire and Automotive kickoff.
Taken at about the 2.
Wow. And there comes Homewood. He takes it and crosses the 25. We got a flag on the play. 2 flags on the play, and we got some guy still moving after the whistle blows. So we got us a Callahan Eye Foundation, which will probably be holding or blocking the back. Let's see what Mr. Referee is going to tell us. They're still talking and still talking and still talking. You see the Callahan Eye Foundation, and are they going to pick up and wave it off, or are they going to call something? There must have been 2 different infractions that they're talking about. There's a hold on the Spartans and a hold on the Patriots.
It's interesting. You don't see that a lot on special teams.
You don't see much hugging going on in a football game like that.
Yeah.
I mean, holding on both teams. Very interesting. And so we've got us it looks like maybe a TV kind of timeout, or no, it's going to be a re-kick because we had
offsetting. Interesting. You would think they would just offset it.
Yep.
To where they just take it at wherever the
ball was, but they don't.
It was down, so we're going to have a re-kick, yeah.
But that's very interesting to see a hold on the
I don't think I've ever
kicking
seen
team and a hold on the return team.
Hold on the kicking team before.
Well, it's the sort of the new age we're in now. Everybody wants to make everybody feel good. Oh, you're holding me. Well, I want to hold you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. You know, it's just like the way things work these days.
Maybe Harradine.
A feel-good world.
Kick it through the this time.
6:18 to go. 21-17. Hope you got your popcorn and your Coke and you're enjoying watching this ball game at home.
Popcorn ready.
Get your popcorn ready. Yep. And Reed, and they are ready. They're giving Reed the go-ahead that he can kick it. A Vulcan Tire Automotive. I'll tell you that the one that liked that hold was, of course, the Callahan Eye Foundation because it's a flag, but then Vulcan Tire gets their name up there
Yeah,
again.
they get it. I bet they
Another kickoff.
get
That's
it
awesome.
twice in a row a lot.
That's awesome. And this one, just bring it out to the 20 because it is a touchback. By Reed Harradine.
So the Spartan defense will come out after in the, not so characteristic drives. They kind of let Homewood just kind of run all over them. It was a long drive. It wasn't necessarily any big plays. It was just
you know, really it's the first kind of drive outside of a Thompson game that I've seen any team really have
push the ball that well.
Yeah, push it, just run a really one of any fluke plays or anything. But it's the first time I ever seen a team this season, other than Thompson game.
I mean, yeah, most of their teams, they're lucky to score against our defense.
I mean, our Douglas Grant stat of the week was last week, where on the first 10 possession, Briar was limited to 6 punts, 2 fumbles, 1 interception, and 1 stop on 4th down.
I mean, what is it besides Thompson? First half points. This has to be. Is this our?
No,
this might be our first.
That's good. It will be the first. And you see Ray passing, and oh, did we get it? Jones Beavers stretching out for the, looked like almost getting the interception, but right there on the sideline. It's really interesting. The press box we're in, we have this big post. Here we are good. I like seeing our replays because we actually see what's going on. And you see Woods taking it out. You see Mr. Dodger always applying the pressure.
So, yeah, I could be mistaken, but I think this is the first time outside the Thompson game we've allowed a score in the first half.
Yeah, because, I mean, you know.
That Huffman 48-7, I don't think that was scored in the first half.
Look at Parker Avery. That was Parker Avery applying
great
the pressure.
penetration.
By number 91.
Play as well.
Yeah, you're right, because they've all come in the second half. So there's another slant pattern.
Great pass breakup again by Mac McCowan. I think that's 2 on the night.
And I tell you, you know, you see right there just that little slant coming in. Charlie Reeves has been on the looking for. Woods is really looking at him. I mean, and you know, I sit there and look on our stat sheet, and you know, typically, you know, you're going after you're throwing it to J.C. Daniel, number 6, or Aaron Marsh, number 10, or Jackson Paris, number 5. But he looks like Charlie Reeves has got the night. Getting most of the pressure comes.
And we're going to get him.
And let's take him down. Look at who makes the tackle.
Parker Avery.
Big number 91. Parker Avery in the rotation, making the big play, gaining confidence every week. Yeah. Great job. Watch it right here. Watch the pressure, and you just see the mixing up, and the linebackers, Gray Dosher applying it, and there's Parker Avery just scraping down the line, making the tackle, and then getting up like he's done it before and head to the sideline for that Beds Express 3rd down stop.
See if Jake can take one to the house like right here.
So the punt is
That's
a high punt. It's
one of the better punts he's had.
Might out-punt your coverage. So here goes Jake on the run. If he can get by that first wave, and he can.
It's a great hit that time by the Homewood special teams. But without fail, we still get the ball just outside of Patriots territory.
So with 5:20 to go, Spartans will take this Upper Logic first down to start their drive that hopefully will end in a touchdown.
See a lot of motion on the offensive side.
You see Carter Kelly and Michael Areno, and then you see the linemen who shift. They don't get down in their stance. They can actually shift. And there's a handoff to Will Waldrop, and a good play by Homewood that time to make the tackle.
Looked like it was number
53.
53, Luke Keown.
Cow. Is that how you say it? K-I-O-W?
That's Keowyn.
All right, Kean. How about that? Nice tackle. Big 53. I wish we had phonetics to help us pronounce. But I understand.
Max Preps has him listed at 6'1" and 0 pounds.
And look at Will Waldrop, just takes it right up the middle. Henry Watson there applying the tackle for him, but the Spartans taking on him for a first down, Apologic first down, and with 4:36. Carter Ingalls also making the tackle for the Patriots. I can't tell what's worse. I'm trying to get down to actually see what's going on.
Yeah, you can see it better in the chair.
There goes
play
John.
action.
And he's got his man,
Touchdown.
Sims Brown. Touchdown, Spartans.
And that's Sims' second touchdown of the night. What a throw that time by John Colvin, just leading Sims on into the end zone, and Sims just burning that whole Homewood secondary. So that will make it a 27-7 ball game here with 4:09 left in the second quarter.
A good Hollis Wright touchdown. Now we're looking for our Medical Properties Trust extra point.
Kick is up, and it is good. So that will make it a 21-point ball game. So it's been big. Ever since that Homewood touchdown, we've gone 2 quick touchdowns to make it a 21-point game.
So, G, how far was that? I was trying to see.
41, I believe.
Yeah, about to say, was that about on the 42-yard line?
I think it was a 41-yard touchdown.
41, 42-yard line. Couldn't see it from the replay exactly what it is. Oh, look, that looks like some Taco Mama nachos that just came by the Homewood Patriot fan. Look good.
Yeah.
Hollis Wright and Clay touchdown. You see Sims Brown. And once again, when you got the run working for you, the play action pass is going to be there.
It's going to be open at least once a quarter, because we're packing it in on offense, so it's causing that Homewood defense kind of to put 7, 8 guys in the box. And so we're going to have a shot open deep, and we tend not to miss those opportunities very often.
So it brings us to another Vulcan Tire kickoff with here 4:09 to go. Spartans up 28-7, and it's another touchback by Reed Harradine. Reed Harradine. We really do appreciate our Edge of the Sword sponsors, Shea Davis Boutique, St. Luke's Episcopal Church, UN Service, Southeastern Pond Management, Somerset Advisory Group, and La Paz. We really, really do appreciate you. And Spartan sponsor, South Lake Orthopedics, Ray Pointer, Katie Cromlin, The Pant Store, Lily Cat Rugs, Timberline Construction, BHK Investment Advisors, BHT Resources, ABS Business Systems, Billy's Sports Grill, Gory Reagan, Gordon Henry Dental, Planet Smoothie, Liberty Park, Jimmy John's, Giuliano Family, Blowbird Outdoors LLC, Walk-On's Bistro, Realty South Russins Group, and Tilapano Boutique. And back to Woods Ray, got it and taking it up the middle, and the Spartans meeting him there for the tackle.
Tried to shift his way around the Spartan defense, but
it looked like Vaughn Frost, 36.
Yeah.
And
ultimately able to get only a couple yards that time.
And looks like, Will McIlvain always, it's just a host of Spartans always around that ball. Vaughn Frost.
So it'll be interesting to see if this Homewood team tries to do what they did, that touchdown drive, just kind of try to run it right at us, or if they'll try to take a deep shot or so. We haven't seen a deep shot yet. We've seen a few 8-yard or so slants, but that's about it.
He doesn't have enough time as you get the pressure. Yeah. And there's a completion to Aaron Marsh, number 10, on the receiving end for.
Yeah, it's just like we talked about. I mean, that was a 12-yard or so pass. That's the longest. I think that's the longest completion they've had tonight. So or maybe I guess that touchdown was a few yards longer. That was about, what was that, 17?
It was a 8-yard pass.
8-yard.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, that was an 8-yard pass by Homewood. 15-yard on us for Sims Brown. So here goes Woods Ray. Looking, wants to go deep, and there it goes. But he's going to overthrow by quite a few.
That was probably their chances half to get a deep shot, but overthrown pass and great coverage that time by Jones Beavers.
He's looking for
Company.
J.C. Daniel. J.C., a great football player, and plays basketball, I believe, too. And I know his dad, Joe Daniel. And tell you, another great player. A lot of these Homewood players, they're good players, but that one's just a little bit overthrown. Jones Beavers on the coverage. And with 2:55 to go, 2nd and 10, you've got Patriots trying to get something going.
Woods Ray looks to his left, and
the pressure's there, and then
great pump fake. Oh, no.
Great job. Completion, too.
And Reeves is going to score.
So that's a 67-yard touchdown pass from Woods Ray to Charlie Reeves for the Homewood Patriots.
That was a great play that time by Woods Ray to kind of stay alert. Charlie Reeves to run downfield. So it almost reminded me of a play from the 2013 Iron Bowl when Nick Marshall did the same thing and threw a little dump pass to Sammy Coates downfield and led to the game time drive before the kick six, if you remember that.
Unfortunately, I do. Extra point is good. So with 2:39 to go here in the second quarter, you got the Spartans up 28-14. So we've had a scoring, pretty big scoring second quarter here, with both teams just swapping out touchdowns.
Yeah, it's been a high scoring. The thing about that touchdown is that gives us plenty of time to get on the field and score again before.
You see Coach Stearns
before half
getting the special teams kick return fired up. Says let's get it back here. But I tell you, on that, and here we are in our Vulcan Tire kickoff return. But on that pass play, you saw that we had the pressure coming, but he was able to extend the play, and
yeah, just great heads-up play. You see that a lot from an experienced quarterback like Woods.
Yep. So you got Jake Thompson and Jackson Beatty deep for the Spartans there. There's the kick.
That'd be pretty big time if we could take one to the house right here.
And he receives it on the it looked like
except
he received
a few feet in the end zone.
Yeah. So that's a touchback for the Patriots. It will bring the ball out to the Spartan 20-yard line. So with 2:39 to go, the Spartans will have an opportunity to try to get one last few points on the board before half.
Saw Jackson right there tying a shoe. That's tricky with the gloves on. That's a tough job right there, tying the shoes with the Nike gloves.
I'll tell you. And there goes John. John hands it off to
big hole that time
to
Cole
Gamble, and there goes Cole, just once again getting out with a good 15-yard run for the Spartans, following his blockers. William Cornet, Max Smith, and those guys are all just up there. Nelson Crawford, Wilder Hines.
See, we're going quick now.
Big Davis Peterson.
Cool.
Carter Kelly, too. I always forget Carter. Carter, 43, tight end. We got to get him a pass thrown to him at some point to give him a reward.
Here's
a replay.
Sixth offensive lineman.
Oh, here's a previous play. Cole Gamble right there. That was the big 15-yard run that you see him.
I don't think I've ever seen a play where Cole didn't have a yard or so after contact. I mean, he's never been brought down after the first touch.
So with a minute 50 here, Spartans on the move, 2nd and 7. John barking out the cadence. You see Kane shifting. John looking downfield, going to throw it, gets hit, but thrown just a little bit behind Sims. But
John took a lick that time as he threw the ball,
but he's smooth.
Yeah, he got up, ready to deliver for this 3rd and long.
Yeah, so it's 3rd and 7, minute 36, but I tell you, he got the pass off. You see the pressure that's going to come right here that they applied. Nice spin move, and it's a catchable ball.
Be interesting to see what we do here on 3rd down if we try to spread it out, take a deep shot.
Well, you want to get a 1st down to keep that clock moving because you don't want to get the ball back to. Oh, it's a nice little screen in there, but hey, Homewood does a great job defending. That's going to bring up 4th down. and wonder if Homewood will call timeout here.
Interesting. So if
4th
you're
and 2.
like Coach Kelly, Coach Yeager, do you go for this right here? I mean, you're kind of in 4-down territory. I mean, I think you run this clock down and go for it personally, but looks like Homewood will take a timeout.
So on-time service. That was Clay Burdishaw on the tackle. Another played against the Burdishaw backing down. I guarantee that's his dad. So another Spartan Athletic Foundation. What's happening in Spartan Athletics and in schools this week? How about the volleyball? Congratulations to the varsity girls for claiming the 6A Area 9 championship. Now it's on to the Super Regionals in Huntsville next Wednesday at the Von Braun Center in Huntsville. First match will be at 9 a.m. Let's win the Super Regional and get ready for the state Final Four at Birmingham Crossplex on October 27th through 28th. Awesome job, Lady Spartans. And then, hey, how about the cross-country team? I know somebody running cross-country, G4. Y'all had a great meet last week. Mount Brook varsity and JV boys, girls cross-country teams competing in Atlanta this past weekend. They swept away their competition in the large school championship division at the 2021 Atlanta Cross Country Classic. Strong running by the Spartans. The Spartan teams will be in running action this weekend in Hewitt for the Husky Challenge. Run for the green and gold. Spartans, we have the sectionals and state championships in our vision. We won't be denied. Go Spartans. All right, here we are bringing up 4th and 2 with 109. I bet you're going to get some shifting from the Spartans.
Maybe a rollout or –
yeah,
so we're going to send out the punt team.
Send out the punt team.
So that has Homewood all confused right now.
And the thing is, what also confuses is who's number 12 sometimes.
Yeah, exactly. So some instances like that, we could just keep John out there and go for it, but we're going to punt it away.
Nice high punt by Reed, which is going to land about the great job.
Number
28, Bloomston.
Yeah, Elliott.
About to say Elliott Bloomston down in the ball for the Spartans here with 57 seconds to go.
So if you're Homewood, what are you doing here? Are you just running out the clock, or are you going to try to take a shot deep, maybe trying to make it a one-possession game? Because Mount Brook, we do get the ball to start the second half, which is big.
I'm going to tell you, the coaches will probably run what needs to be run, but right now, if I'm Homewood, I'm trying to win a ball game. So I'm going to try and move the ball. I might not just throw too many deep passes, throw some little controlled routes, and we'll try and get it moving 5 to 7 yards and see if we can control this clock.
A 35-14 game at the start of the second half is a dangerous game.
So look at it right here. You see him just throw it right out of bounds. But you do have to be careful because
last thing Homewood needs is a pick in there.
Well, and you don't
deep in their own territory.
Well, and you don't want to leave too much time that the Spartans can do something. So that play took 7 seconds off the clock, which brings up a 2nd and 10. So it does make you wonder. You didn't have success on that play. Right now you're thinking first down. You're not thinking touchdown. You're thinking, hey, I need a first down. So it's more of a controlled play and get a sure completion or run. And that was a run. Looks like he tripped over his own feet.
So looks like we're going to take
Kiwi.
a timeout here.
And so here we are with another on-time service.
So unless they get a first down right here, it looks like we're going to get the ball back with 30-ish seconds left, depending on what we do on that third down.
Yep. Hey, another Spartan Athletic Foundation. What's happening in Spartan Athletics this week? We just mentioned about the cross-country team, G. Boys basketball, the defending 6A state champion Spartans have been working hard in the offseason. They're ready to officially begin the season this Monday. This promises to be another fantastic season, watching the fast-paced Spartans with their stifling defense and their running offense ready to compete again for another state championship. Coach Davis is retooling and ready to get it done this season. Softball tryouts have been moved again. They're this week. They were moved to this week, October 18th through the 20th, 4:30, 6:30 p.m. at the softball field here at Mount Brook High School. Those are some things that are happening around the school and in Spartan Athletics this week, brought to you by the Spartan Athletic Foundation. So here we are, 3rd and 11, 47 seconds to go here for the Patriots. So Spartans will use another timeout if they are able to get a Beds Express third down stop. So you see Woods Ray just taking it over the quarterback sweep around the right end, and he gets hit, and look at the Spartans. Timeout.
So, yeah, we're going to get the ball with about 30 seconds left.
Well, you know, the thing is right here, Von Frost making the tackle for the Spartans. So 40 seconds to go here, 4th and 7. You know, you also might we've had a couple of block punts.
Yeah,
this season.
That's
so
also a big possibility. So I would assume they'd.
You know, you saw a low snap the first time around when Homewood was punting. So, you know, you might see a lot of pressure and just try and get something going. And we should get the ball on our side of the Patriots.
With John's arm strength, wherever we get the ball, we're gonna have it. Unless there's some just detrimental like sack or loss of yards. John's gonna, if we're on this side of our side of the field, John's gonna be able to get it into the end zone.
Yep.
So we're definitely gonna have a shot as long as there's no just huge negative play.
And you see right now, we do appreciate our sponsors and you know, our Edge of the Sword sponsors we mentioned earlier: Shea Davis Boutique, St. Luke's Episcopal Church, UN Services, Southeastern Pond Management, Somerset Advisory Group. Hey, there we are, G. All righty. And La Paz, and also a good friend of the program is the Thomas C. Jernigan Foundation. And you see what we're in. This is George's size, what we're talking about, of his college dorm room. And you see we have to sort of sit down to, a Callahan Eye Foundation flag on the play. We have all the way this is all built, it's sort of hard to see through the windows, around the windows. So you sometimes either have to be on a knee or sitting in a chair. And there's a Callahan. We had
encroachment.
All sides on the Spartans, which is going to bring up 4th and 2. So the Spartans were a little bit eager to try and get in there and block that punt. So Jake's got his heels on about the 40-yard line of the Spartans, looking to return the punt. Of course, the Spartans right here are going to look and see if we apply pressure, and you see we're going to set up for the block.
That's going to be returnable.
And here he goes. Good block there. He picks up.
Jake,
there goes Jake. Turn on the speed.
I thought he could maybe get it to the outside.
Yeah, if he had kept it to the outside.
It looked like it was green grass.
Yeah, I think with his speed, he would have gotten a few extra yards. But so the Spartans are going to have the ball on the Patriots' 45-yard line. Look at this block right here. I can't tell who that was that made a good little block that springs them. So here we are with the Epirlogic first down. 27 seconds to go here on the Patriots' 45.
So if we can get out of bounds, we got time for definitely a few plays to set us up for a possible touchdown. So we got 4 guys out wide.
And I think if we get it to the 25, it'll be for Reed to get a field goal too. There goes John. There's a pressure coming, and John just gets it and throws it out of bounds, gets outside the tackle. And
so it's definitely better than taking a sack or a tackle for loss. So not a great play, but the clock stops. 21 seconds is still plenty of time to even get in, like you said, get into field goal range.
Yeah, so second and 10 on the Patriots 45. Up. Now, are they saying there was intentional grounding on? What was that?
I think he was outside the pocket.
Well, let's see. What is it? I have my referee thing back there. I don't even know what that signal was.
Intentional grounding's the arm
down. So was that a lineman downfield? Oh, he did intentional ground it. So they're saying he wasn't out of the tackle box. And
so, wow, interesting.
Thank you, Joel, for bringing that to attention. That's a huge play because that changes all the play calling now. So there goes John. John, pressure.
Take off.
Needs to get it out of bounds, stop the clock with 13.3 seconds ago. So it was 2nd and 24, and that's going to bring up 3rd down and about 15.
We got about 2 plays left.
Or maybe 3rd down and 17. So 13 seconds to go. You don't want to do anything to force the ball downfield. You want to make sure it's I bet we're going to run it now where we are, and there goes Will Waldrop just to run it, and it'll just simply run out the clock.
Send it to halftime.
Send it to halftime with the Spartans up 28 to 14. So Spartans, a little bit of a exciting second quarter for both the Patriots and the Spartans, playing even ball after the Spartans had a 14-0 lead. So Spartans here at going into halftime, and we'll be going into our Graham and Company halftime show. Spartans take a 28-14 lead into halftime. They'll come back and return the ball. There you go. You see Coach Thornton, and you see Dr. Barlow there. We'll take it to commercial break, and we'll be back with you to see the Mountain Brook Band presentation.
On game night, winning is everything. But life's big wins happen off the field. First Bank's community banking is perfect for life's big wins because of what we're big on. You. Make us part of your team for life's biggest wins.
Hollis Wright is a proud supporter of high school athletics in Alabama, as well as the Mountain Brook Spartans. Don't forget to go vote each week in the HollisWrightAL.com Player of the Week fan poll. Go Spartans.
High school sports bring a community together, and that's a great thing. But it doesn't just happen. It takes a whole lot of work from a bunch of people. All of us at On Time Service want to salute those responsible for helping make tonight's game possible, like coaches, parents, grandparents, and lots of volunteers. Thank you for what you do.
Welcome back to the Graham and Company halftime show. And now you're about to see the mighty marching Spartans marching band. Director of the band's Jason Smith, Associate Director James Rogers, and Assistant Director Michelle Beck. Drum Major Jacob Azarin. And you'll see our Dorians too. But let's enjoy our Mount Brook Spartans mighty Spartan band. great job by our mighty marching Spartan band.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Jason Smith, the director of the bands, and associate director James Rogers, and assistant director Michelle Beck. And I'll tell you what, the Dorians, who are under the head coach Jane Thornton and assistant coach Courtney Sajic and Heather Fitch, and our Dorians, Catherine Gilshner, Emily Moore, Sarah Simon, Addison Went, Mary Hollins Black, Lucy Clapp, Sophie Claire Dixon, Allison Johnson, Margaret Krosick, Mary Sladen Parliamentier, Sawyer Simmons, Ann McKinley Walker, Allie Williams, Eva Andrews, Mary Carlton Baines, Ann Massey Bowman, Mary Jane Bussian, Mary Matt Colvin, Catherine Gabbardy, Langley Johnson, Maddie Miller, Anna Perlipsium, and Eliza Rice, and of course, and I tell you what, you see the the Homewood Patriots band, and I know our cousin Robert and Jacob, my nephew, and your cousin Robert and Jacob Hill are in that marching band out there, which is a famous band. But I'll tell you what, let's go to our College Golf Fellowship Scholar Athlete of the Week for the Spartans. And there it is, Scholar Athlete of the Week, and that's Hannah Henson. I tell you, look at that, a 4.47 grade point average. Hannah's a senior volleyball player on the 6A Mountain Brook Spartans Area 9 Champions team. She's an outside hitter and middle blocker. She has been a part of a 7A and 6A Spartan State Championship. In 2019, while Spartans were competing in 7A, she was on a team that had the most wins in school history. She also was a part of the AAU club volleyball team in 2019 that finished 3rd nationally. She's undecided on the college she will attend, but plans to major in English, which is her favorite subject, and attend law school upon graduating from college. Way to go, Hannah Henson, on being our College Golf Fellowship Scholar Athlete of the Week. Go Spartans on the courts, the fields, and in the classroom. And there's one right there, Hannah Henson, who is doing it on the volleyball courts and in the classrooms. So congratulations to Hannah Henson, our College Golf Fellowship Scholar Athlete of the Week. And I tell you, a lot of our support that comes into our schools comes from the Mountain Brook City School Foundation, and we've been mentioning a couple of our campaigns, and right now we have the Give 180 campaign. The Mountain Brook City Schools Foundation is asking each family to give $1 for every day their child is learning through the Mountain Brook schools. More than 400 Mountain Brook families have already given to this year's Give 180 campaign, and the goal is 100% participation across the district by December. The foundation helps every student and every teacher at every Mountain Brook school. So please give $180 today by visiting mbgives.org. And I tell you also, our Grandparents Club. This fall, the Mountain Brook City School Foundation will launch its annual Grandparents Club campaign, which we do in October. The fundraising effort, chaired this year by Gray and Lee Thuston, is a direct and impactful way for grandparents to support their grandchildren's education in Mountain Brook schools. Donations can be made at mbgives.org, which we just had up there, or by mailing a check to the foundation at 32 Vine Street, 35213. As a thank you for your support, your grandchildren will receive a note letting them know a gift has been made to the foundation in their honor. So I can't think of enough Thanksgiving Day. Yeah, and I tell you, the Thanksgiving Day gift or Christmas gift by giving either to the 180 campaign for the Mountain Brook City School Foundation or the Grandparents Club campaign. And do me a favor, I'm a board member there, and I'd love for your support to go there. And another place where I'd love for your support to go is to the Spartan Athletic Foundation. We talk about the Spartan Athletic Foundation all the time, and look at that, their new website is up. Support the Spartans, and I tell you what else is there is you can donate online. So do you want to support all our student athletes? Well, you can by supporting the Spartan Athletic Foundation. The Spartan Athletic Foundation is committed to supporting all athletes and all programs. Unearmarked funds are distributed each year to all sports using a formula that takes into account participation rates, program size, and other means of support. So if you have multiple Spartans you want to support or feel passionate about all sports, you can show your support by donating to the Spartan Athletic Fund and feel good in knowing that your gift will support the entire Mountain Brook High School athletic program. So visit our webpage, which you're seeing right now, at www.SpartanAthletic, spell that out, and then FNDN.LEANStreamRP.com. Or you do as I do, just Google it. Google Mountain Brook Spartan Athletic Foundation, it'll take you right to it. You can now, as you saw, as we're scrolling up and down, you can make direct donations online, and we'll soon have the swag shop, which is being set up where you can buy Mountain Brook Spartan swag, such as t-shirts, golf shirts, shorts, hoodies, etc., to support our programs. So when you buy through the Spartan Athletic Foundation website, all proceeds will go towards the Spartan Athletic programs at the high school and junior high. And guess what, G? You know what else you can do? You can purchase private hotspots through T-Mobile, also on the website. You'll see the Wi-Fi on the go up there at the top. Man, you got it. Go purchase hotspots through T-Mobile, also on the website, and Spartan Athletic Foundation will receive a portion of those monthly proceeds. So, man, I tell you what, great looking website, and I tell you, it is going to soon have the swag page on it, and we really do appreciate the Spartan Athletic Foundation. Richard Keller, Trent Wright, Kerry Cooper, Robert Bain, Chris McIlvain, and give myself a call if you want to be a sponsor of the game. And then we got, there at Twitter at Spartan Athletic Foundations, Facebook, Spartan Athletic Foundation, and just go follow them all. I got one shout out that I want to give a special shout out to Alonzo Day, Adequez. Excuse me, I just messed up on that. Alonzo Day Adequez, who plays on the 6th grade Mountain Brook Patriots. He is a tough one who's been battling some health issues of late. We want Alonzo to know that his family are in our thoughts and prayers. The strength of the Spartan is the warrior at his side. Shields up. We're with you, brother. Get better, Alonzo. So Alonzo Day Adequez, who is battling some health issues, we're here with you, brother, and we got our thoughts and prayers with him. So all right, we got some highlights ready, G, from the first half. So let's look at from the recap. Spartans in the first quarter took a 7-0 lead at 7:56 with a 2-yard run by Will Waldrop. As you see right here, just following his line, following it over, just a whole drive full of runs, taking a 7-0 lead by the Spartans. With 3:54 to go in the first quarter, after the Spartans had held Homewood on their first couple of drives to some 3-and-outs, we had a 15-yard pass from Colvin to Sims Brown for a Spartan touchdown, which was a 15-yard pass that was from Colvin to Sims Brown, and it was a great play that we saw as Spartans had been running, and then all of a sudden a little play action and setting up the passing game that gave us a 14-0 lead over the Patriots. And here we are. You see it right here, a little play action, faking it to George Kane, pass over to Sims Brown, and that was a Spartan touchdown. And then starting the second quarter, the Patriots started getting the ball moving. And the Patriots had a really, really nice drive where they just kept dinging it 5 and 7 yards downfield on us. And with 7:42 to go, Ray had an 8-yard pass to Reeves, Charlie Reeves, for a Patriot touchdown that cut the lead to 14-7 for the Mountain Brook and Homewood game here. Go further into the, I don't know if we got that highlight queued up, but then in the second quarter, the Spartans just came back and answered that touchdown by the Patriots with their own 39-yard run by Cole Gamble for the Spartans right here, and you just see it. Let's say we'll say a 41-yard run, and that's the next play. That was our next touchdown in the second quarter of 4:09. That was the 41-yard pass from Colvin to Sims. So the Spartans took a 28-7 lead, and as you see, the big Homewood will be going to the Rose Bowl parade. Took a 28-7 lead, and then with 2:39 to go here in the second quarter, you see Gray connects on a 67-yard pass to Charlie Reeves to make it 28-14, which took us into halftime, 28-14. And when we come back, you will have the Spartans receiving the kickoff. G? Woo, I'm doing a lot of talking and a lot of looking.
Oh, yeah.
But,
I'll let you talk that halftime break.
Graham and company. So why don't we do this? Why don't we cut to a commercial break, and then we will come back and get ready for the second half. Thank you for joining us in our Graham and company halftime show. Spartans are up 28-14. Go grab you a Coke, popcorn, and whatever else you need to get ready for the second half.
My name is Lyle Kane. I'm an orthopedic surgeon specializing in sports medicine, and I work with the Andrews Sports Medicine Orthopedic Center. It's a really unique situation to be able to take care of Mountain Brook High School, where I played sports. I've known the administration, I know a lot of the coaches, and a lot of the kids that are playing there, their parents were friends of mine growing up. The second part of my fortunate practice situation is that I'm able to cover the University of Alabama sports programs, and I can see myself spending a lot of time down there even if I didn't have to work there.
On game night, winning is everything. But life's big wins happen off the field. First Bank's community banking is perfect for life's big wins because of what we're big on. You. Make us part of your team for life's biggest wins.
Hollis Wright is a proud supporter of high school athletics in Alabama, as well as the Mountain Brook Spartans. Don't forget to go vote each week in the HollisWrightAL.com Player of the Week fan poll. Go Spartans.
High school sports bring a community together, and that's a great thing. But it doesn't just happen. It takes a whole lot of work from a bunch of people. All of us at On Time Service want to salute those responsible for helping make tonight's game possible, like coaches, parents, grandparents, and lots of volunteers. Thank you for what you do.
A lot can happen in a heartbeat. You can win, lose, stop, go, laugh, hope, and grow. You can hurt, hustle, smile, and heal. No matter what you do, put your whole heart into it. Here's to our healthcare heroes who never miss a beat. Medical Properties Trust, at the very heart of healthcare.
Welcome back to Waldrop Stadium and Bob Newton Field, where we have the Homewood Patriots home team versus the Mountain Brook Spartans. I'm George Palakas along with George Palakas. Lee Tracy on assignment, and will be back with us next week. Spartans up 28-14, G-Man.
Yeah, it was a great first half by the Spartans. We were able to score and keep a 14-point lead as it got down to a 14-7 game at one point as Homewood scored after first few 3-and-outs. So, but Mountain Brook gets the ball, 35-14 lead would be pretty big. I think we come out, we kind of run the ball, just try to run this clock down.
And what's at stake? Spartans win this ball game. Spartans win the Region 5, Class 6A. Of course, we do have one more game against Chelsea, but Spartans, Jackson Beatty muffs the kick, but picks it up and starts running and gets it out to the 20-yard line. So does a good job to get the ball kicked to about the 1-yard line. Does a great job to get it out to the 20. Spartans would win and clinch the region. And our Pitt Cincinnati attorneys next week's ball game is versus Chelsea, which will be our last region game. And then we'll go play Austin at home on the 8th. So the Spartans starting out here with the ball. John Colvin behind center, getting the snap, and then there goes George Kane with his first carry of the night over the middle of the line. He picks up about, I would say, 4 yards.
Yeah, George Kane that time doing a great job just throwing his shoulder. Once again, Davis Peterson pancaking his guy 5 yards downfield.
Brings up 2nd and 6, and there goes George Kane again. Spartans just want to run the ball. Excuse me, run the ball and get this one too on back to where we clinch the region, and let's just run, move that clock. Brings down 3rd down and 1. George Kane with a 3-yard run that time.
So I think we just run it right up the middle again.
So you see John Colvin, George Kane beside him, and then Cole Gamble right there behind him, getting the handoff, taking it to the edge on the left, and there's a epilogic 1st down for the Spartans. Looks like a Patriot hurt on the play, getting up slowly. So that's going to move the chains. And you see right here on the replay, look at the line, just like I said, you keep saying it, G, they're just moving.
Yeah, they're pushing the Homewood defensive line yards back.
So this time you see Cole Gamble way out to the right. Empty backfield, John Colvin looking up, going to pass it. Conservative pass, 4-yard gain.
So just trying to spread out that Homewood defense, spreading out the, like you said, Cole out wide and just throwing a quick 4-yard out route.
So here it brings up, they're going to say that was only about that looks like a 4-yard gain to bring up 2nd and 6. Miller Chapman making the tackle for the Patriots. John hands it off to Will Waldrop. Will just following there, and he goes. There goes Will to the 3rd and 20. 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Spartans. Will Waldrop.
What a run that time by Will on a huge gain. Hole opened wide, and he will score on a 62-yard touchdown run. So that puts Mountain Brook up 34-14. 35 pending the extra point. So that's big play right there for the Spartans is Will Waldrop with probably his longest run of the season.
And Reed kicks it. The Medical Properties Trust extra point. Following the Hollis Wright Clay touchdown. And the Spartans like that. 9:53 to go in the 3rd quarter, up 35-14 on a 62-yard TD run by Will Waldrop. And you just see him. He
just breaks free, and no one's going to catch him.
Off to the races. But once again, just a great job. Spartans went in at halftime, and you knew what they wanted to do. They wanted to run it and then do some play-action pass. And you saw the one little down and out. And I tell you what, Spartans did what they wanted to do.
So the 8th grade Mount Brook team tonight capped off their season with a 22-21 win over Bumpus. So that'll send them out of Coach Jones' program with a win and on up into the high school program.
Awesome job. That was the 8th grade. Last night, the 7th grade won 14-0.
Big 2 wins for.
Yeah, so that's a good Spartan Athletic foundation. What's happening in Spartan Athletics this week? And there's Reed Hairdyne on the Vulcan Tire kickoff into the end zone. Call that a touchback and bring it out to the 20. Freshman team will be playing Homewood Monday, October 18th at 6 p.m.
So you see the Homewood offense come out onto the field, and our Mount Brook defense looks to hold them on this first defensive possession of the ball game.
There's big Tompkins Richardson. Look at that great Doster and Ethan Wynn. I love getting a look at those big defensive linemen. And so here comes Woods Ray's the quarterback, and there comes John McMillan, and there's Tompkins Richardson just
no gain,
scraping down the line and making the tackle with Gray Doster around the ball.
Our defense is great on the fundamental aspect of the game. I think that's why we're so good. Is
check out this right here, G. Check out the replay. Look at them just stalemate the line, scraping it down, and then you see big number 60 just laying on top. You know that's got to hurt.
Oh, yeah. Smash mouth football.
There we go. Woods Ray with the snap, looking to pass it over to it looks like is that J.C. Daniel, number 6. Yeah, J.C. Daniel making he's one of their top receivers. He's had big year for Homewood.
So
it brings up 3rd and 3.
Yeah, big third down right here for the Spartans is look to get off the field, and if we hold them here, score on offense, that could very well put the game away, 42-14.
Well, let's get a Beds Express and mattress ready on the sideline and get us a big 3rd down stop right here. He's looking. Pressure comes, and
he's going to go down.
There you go. Ethan went, and number 36, Vaughn Frost, laying him down on the grass just like he would lay you down on a nice Beds Express mattress. Tuck him in, and let's go to the sideline for a 4th down play. But look at it. Homewood's sort of thinking about it. But I'll say don't do it.
I think they're just a little too close. If you're up near maybe that 40-yard line, 45, it's definitely not a bad idea. But inside your own 30, that's real risky, especially on a 4th and 3, 4.
So here's the punt snap, a little off, and there's the punt. This is also going to be returnable by Jake. Jake catches it about the 28-yard line. He starts moving up the middle, and there goes Jake to the 50. And he gets stopped right at about the 50, 49-yard line of the Spartans. But nice little return of about 18 yards, 17, 18 yards. And that'll bring out the Spartan offense.
It looks like Cole Gamble running into the locker room. So I guess that'll put in Will Waldrop as the back.
Well, Will Waldrop and Cole have been just swapping in and out anyway, so I think we're all right. And there goes big Will Waldrop following his left side. Or was that Cole? Well, that was 19. That was Cole Gamble. That might be Will McIlvain.
Oh, yeah.
That was going to the locker room there, G. So Cole Gamble making the that's what happens when you have duplicate numbers.
Yeah.
So that was Will McIlvain.
Especially when it's two starters.
Here goes Cole Gamble again to the right side for an epilogic 1st down. So here he is, just taking off right where he left off in the. And there
looks like Will's trotting back out, so hopefully it was just a little equipment something.
And there goes 19, Cole Gamble off the field and clock in. Will Waldrop is like
best 1-2 punch in the region.
Yeah, I'm about to say they just clock in, clock out. Morning, Fred. Morning, Ralph. All right.
5 out wide for Spartans. Let's see if we take a deep shot here.
And he throws it over to Rob Gillespie, catches it. Great pass by John Colvin to Rob Gillespie for a good, about 16-yard, kind of 17-yard kind of completion.
Yeah, it was a good long pass that time from Colvin across the field.
Look at it right here. Good protection by the offensive line. Rob all by himself, and there he goes. And, man, it was more like about a 19-yard kind of run. There's a followed up that pass play with a handoff to Will Waldrop.
Gets about 5 or so.
And we had us an epilogic 1st down, and now we have us an Andrews Sports Medicine red zone. So that will bring up 2nd and 5 after a good 5-yard run. Once again, I can't say enough about Wilder Hines and Nelson Crawford and Davis Peterson and Max Smith, William Cornet, Carter Kelly, just great blocking. It's a play-action play over the middle, and there it is, number 5, Jake Thompson, completed pass down to the 1-yard line.
Right down. So let's see if looks like we're going to go hurry up and just punch it right in.
So We're not going to bring in the big package. We're going to just leave in the regular package, hand it off to Cole Gamble, and let's say Spartan touchdown. Touchdown, Spartans.
What a run that time by Cole Gamble. Just power for power, eye for eye. Mount Brook's going to win that 9 times out of 10.
And with 5:33 to go, Cole Gamble. Oh, but we got a Callahan Eye Foundation flag on the play over on the far side.
So a false start.
False start by the Spartans, which will move that back and take away that Cole Gamble 1-yard touchdown run. And that'll bring it back to about the 6-yard line. You just saw right there. You saw that flag coming in our view right there. Oh, nice shot there, Nate. So that'll bring up another play.
First and goal from about
about the 5. Hand off to Cole Gamble. This time the Patriots know what's coming and tackle Cole for about a 2-yard loss.
So you see, we didn't really get a gain right there, but if you watch Walter Hines on that play, he has this guy pancaked to the ground. That Homewood defender was so frustrated, but there's nothing you can do about that. I mean,
well, you know, all these pancakes we're throwing out here, they did eat a lot of pancakes. They had a Waffle House at their team dinners, position dinners this week, I saw. So they've been thinking pancakes all week.
Oh, yeah.
And here's John Colvin making the pass over to Jake Thompson, completed down to the 1-yard line. Doesn't get it in.
So it'll bring up a 3rd and short right here. It's from about the 3, 2.
They're going to say right now, yeah, the ball is on the 1, they say by the scoreboard, but it looks like G.
Yeah,
that's like about the 2.
The yard marker is definitely not at the 1.
No. So here we are, 3rd and 2. John, you're going to see him hand it off to Will Waldrop, and Will Waldrop takes it to the right side. And let's see, referee
touchdown.
Slowly holds up the hands and say, touchdown, Spartans. Go, Spartans. And that's a 1-yard run by, or 2-yard run by Will Waldrop.
So that's Will's 3rd touchdown tonight. So he's got the hat trick for rushing touchdowns as he has the 2 short yard runs. He broke that long 62-yard touchdown earlier in the game.
Yeah, he had the 2-yard touchdown in the first quarter, and then he's had a 62-yard TD run and a 2-yard TD run. You're exactly right. And the extra point, Medical Properties Trust extra point was good. You see right here a Hollis Wright Clay touchdown or Nichols Concrete replay. And there's Will Waldrop just taking it in, and that's a Spartan touchdown.
So the only thing that penalty is just let us tick off about 90 more seconds off the clock.
And here we are, slowly this game is turning into a 42-14 large deficit. You look at Homewood this year, and Homewood, they had a couple of games when you look at their 5-2 record. They beat a Hillcrest 5-2 team. They beat a Vestavia team, 9-7. They played McAdory and lost 45-18. Then they played Chelsea and won 37-35. Beat Woodlawn 49-14. Beat Huffman 49-14. Lost to Shays Valley, like we told you last week, 10-8. So it's a good Homewood team, but tell you what, to come back from this kind of deficit, Spartans are looking pretty good right now. Spartans right now are 6-1 on the season, and I tell you, 14 points is the most points scored on our defense all year, which is pretty incredible.
Outside of Thompson.
Outside of Thompson, yeah. So I don't count the
6A play.
That's right. Thank you. I try to forget those games like Thompson quickly. Yeah, you're exactly right. So. Hey, some Birmingham Mortgage Group, I know we're Thursday night games, but some key games this week. Huffman will be tomorrow night. Huffman will be playing Woodlawn. Shades Valley will be playing Chelsea. Number 1 Clay will play number 7 Pinson Valley 6A. I tell you, that's going to be a good one. Briarwood is open. Number 6 Briarwood is open. And Hartselle, number 2 Hartselle 6A will be playing Hazel Green. And number 9, Hueytown will be playing McAdory tomorrow night.
So is that Briarwood Homewood game? Is that next week?
That is next week.
That's to be so. Assuming we hold on tonight, is that second place?
Yes.
Game.
Yes. Well, it would. Yeah.
Or if Homewood loses tonight, they have.
It will go in because my thing is.
Yeah, it'd go in as the second place game.
Yeah, second place game, and because head-to-head competition. So your 6-1 Spartans, who are ranked number 3 in the Alabama Sports Writers top 10, with 4:08, got a commanding 42-14 lead. So Patriots shift. A back goes behind Ray. Ray simply turns around, hands it off to number 33, and the Spartan defense stop him for a no gain. That's number 33 for Homewood. Carrying the ball, and that looks like Caleb Colbert. And Caleb Colbert, they're going to give him about they say on the scoreboard, 2-yard gain. I'll give him a 1-yard gain. It's
right next to that.
But it's a stifling D. I mean, once again, you look at that front line is stalemating the offensive line. Then, as I call them, the collection agency of linebackers back there, tracking you down and making you pay every time they're in this ball game. Look at this. You see the pressure. Quinn Thomas just shucking off blockers, and it just forces Ray to throw it out of bounds. Pressure every time. Last year we had the bounty hunters, and I think I've come up with it. We got the collection agency of linebackers making you pay every time, coming after you.
Yeah, I think a big reason we're successful with on defense is we never really have any games where we just have a ton of miscues. You never see a lot of pass interference calls or even like
team, yeah.
Targeting, roughing the passer, because you see a lot of that nowadays. Because you touch the quarterback, and that's a penalty a lot of the time.
Well, we've seen some penalties like the targeting this year on other players, not against the quarterback, but they were just bang plays. They weren't anything intentional, anything. It was just this is a hard hit team.
Yeah, it's nothing that you can.
And here comes right there, Mac McCowan right there applying the pressure to the quarterback, and it's a clean hit, and it forces the quarterback on that Beds Express third down stop to get him out of like a 3-yard completion. And look, he's hurting. He's going back to punt and
pulling up that knee brace.
It's tough.
But you come out of a game against Mountain Brook and you're going to be banged up.
Yeah. Once again, this defense has been just a spectacular defense. We've had some good defenses, but, I tell you right now, Coach Ager, I think, said it last week at the ballgame, there is not a better defense coach than Robert Evans in high school football. And I tell you, he's special.
Yeah, he came in a few years ago and just completely flipped the switch on this.
Oh, it's a low punt. Get away from it, guys. Get away from it. And a low punt goes out of bounds about the 45-yard lines. And then, of course, all the coaches, Robert Evans over here. We talked about defense, but Coach Richard Kelly and Coach Rodriguez, Gabe Rodriguez, they're in the booth right next to us. And then, do a great job. And Matt Scott with the offense, Shane Stearns, Tony Johnson, Chris Cornier, Michael Thornton, Jake Jordan, Jake Collins, Sean Moran just do a great job. We have our Upper Logic first down. Hand off to Cole Gamble. Cole looks to go to the middle and then bounces it to the outside for about a 1-yard gain for the Spartans.
As you see the Patriot fans starting to file out slowly but surely.
We do appreciate Spartan sponsorships. Gory Reagan, Jordan Henry Dental, Plant Smoothie, Liberty Park, Jimmy John's, Giuliano Family, Low Bird Outdoors LLC, Walk On Bistro, Realty South, Russum Group, and Tulipano Boutique, our Spartan sponsorship. We do appreciate you guys. It's 2nd and 9 from the 49. And John, look at that. No, that's number 17.
That's John Cooper.
John Cooper taking it for a quarterback draw there for a Spartan first down. Our other Spartan sponsors, South Lake Orthopedics, Ray Pointer, Katie Cromley. As you look at that replay, the Pants Store, Lily Cat Rugs, Timberline Construction, BHK Investment Advisors, BHC Resources, ABS Business Systems, and Billy Sports Grill, our Spartan sponsors. Other Spartan sponsors we do. Thank you for the sponsorship. So John back in the ball game, hands it off to Will Waldron, and Will Waldron once again getting things moving for a good 14-yard run. And that's another Upper Logic first down, and it's going to get us right in front of the Andrews Sports Medicine.
If he's not there yet, he's got to be approaching about 150 yards rushing.
I can't wait for the Douglas Grant stats next week to see all the rushing we have. We have another on-time service timeout. Hey, gee, what about another Spartan Athletic Foundation? What's happening in sports right now? Congratulations to the boys and girls cross-country teams at the junior high. For the first time in 11 years, both teams won the Metro Championships today. Lots of all-Metro performers and 2 individual champs. Congrats to Coach Stevens and all the coaches and the team, the cross-country team. Lots and lots of Metro performers today, and those are going to be some runners that are going to come up and help the cross-country team, your varsity team here soon. That's the Spartan Athletic Foundation. And also another Spartan Athletic Foundation moment is as we look as we talk about girls basketball. Girls basketball off-season comes to an end this week, and the preseason begins Monday. Hey, Spartan supporters, do you want to support your Lady Spartans basketball team? Be sure to find a Mount Brook Spartan varsity or player and ask them about the upcoming Shrimp Bowl benefiting the Mount Brook girls basketball team. Shrimp Bowl event will be Sunday, October 24th from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. Each player has tickets to sell you for the awesome event. Tickets are $25 and will admit 2 adults. Students do not need a ticket. The promise is to be a great fun event to kick off the Lady Spartans basketball season at the Strong House. So, Michael and Heidi, we do appreciate that. And there's a handoff to George Kane right up the middle. That bring us to a second down and probably about 5, but gets us into a medical properties, an Andrews Sports Medicine red zone.
So as you see the Spartans letting the clock dwindle on down to about 60 seconds left in the quarter. So we're just kind of running the ball, kind of letting the clock run out, moving it on.
I'll tell you what, one of our sponsors, great play, and we've had many great plays tonight, like the 62-yard run by Will Waldrop, and it's the Morris Shea Bridge sponsorship. And man, we've had a bunch of them. The 62-yard TD run by Will Waldrop was a huge play. The 41-yard pass from Colvin to Sims. Those were just superior Morris Shea Bridge great plays. And Spartans right now with 3rd and 4 on the 17, looking to close out the third quarter with one more play. And they're going to blow the whistle.
There's a flag on the play.
Flag, a Callahan Eye Foundation flag on the play, and about 3 extra seconds ran off on the clock. We do appreciate our Edge of the Sword sponsors, Shea Davis Boutique, St. Luke's Episcopal Church, Human Services, Southeastern Pond Management, Somerset Advisory Group, and La Paz. We do appreciate your sponsorships, and thank you. We couldn't do this broadcast and the big board and all that. Our athletic programs, the funding, what a fantastic job you do. Another good friend of the program, Thomas C. Jernigan Foundation. Really do appreciate you all. So we're bringing up 3rd and let's see, looks like about 3rd and 4. Homewood Patriot Band still playing and practicing for the Rose Bowl they'll be going to. Spartans, empty backfield, everybody out wide. John Colvin looking to pass, sees Jake slant to the middle, and a little bit high of a pass. It's going to bring up 4th and 4.
That'll end the third quarter.
End the third quarter, 4th and 4, the 17. So Spartans score a couple of touchdowns here in the third quarter to take a commanding 42-14 lead. And we'll be back for the fourth quarter in just a moment.
My name is Lyle Kane. I'm an orthopedic surgeon specializing in sports medicine, and I work with the Andrews Sports Medicine Orthopedic Center. It's a really unique situation to be able to take care of Mountain Brook High School, where I played sports. I've known the administration, I know a lot of the coaches, and a lot of the kids that are playing there, their parents were friends of mine growing up. The second part of my fortunate practice situation is that I'm able to cover the University of Alabama sports programs, and I can see myself spending a lot of time down there even if I didn't have to work there.
On game night, winning is everything. But life's big wins happen off the field. First Bank's community banking is perfect for life's big wins because of what we're big on. You. Make us part of your team for life's biggest wins.
And welcome back to Waldrop Stadium. And Spartans are up 42-14. We just saw the lower end of the flag, and it's an impressive performance. But, you know, just as you see the Homewood Patriots band and the respect to the American flag, and you see all the players and on both teams. So what a great shot. Good shot. Yeah. And I'd say, you know, it's just one of those things of total respect for the flag and the stadium and the reverence that was paid at that moment. Just class act here at Homewood and from both sidelines. So here we are. We're looking at. Looks like the Spartans are going to go for it on 4th and 4, electing not to go for a field goal, but looking to go 4th and 4 here from the 17. Cole Gamble beside John. John looking, oh, look at that, wide open. Oh, my goodness. He did a pump fake. Looked like to Jake Thompson. It looks like it's going to be just a short pass, and just does a great job. Just doesn't get enough under it. Sims Brown breaks off by himself, and he had a little pressure coming at him. He's short-armed it a little bit, and Spartans will turn it over on 4th down.
So, yeah, here come back out the defenses. We still have our starters in. Look to hold them to hopefully another 3 and out. It looks like Homewood has put in their backup quarterback.
That'll be Folks, won't it? Let's see here, number. Oh, and look at that. John McMillan coming in and applying the first hit, and then the rest of the Spartans come around with Vaughn Frost and Gray Doster. Yeah, Harris Folks, another quarterback in for Homewood. I know his granddaddy really well. He was a good friend of your granddaddy, Sonny Folks. And so here that brings up 2nd and 17 with 11:17 to go here in the ball game. So once again here Thursday night lights, and oh, there goes Folks around, and
it's going to get about 3 or so on the play.
Yeah, and Trent Wright making the stop. So some Birmingham Mortgage Group scores from around the region. Parker over Cordova, 63-13. Gordo playing Fayette County, no score. Carver Birmingham playing Winona, no score. Here it's Waldrop Stadium, Spartans up 42-14 for a Birmingham Mortgage Group score update. So 3rd down and 12 to go. And we got a
flag.
Callahan Eye Foundation flag on play.
So that'll push it back to 3rd and 17.
Well, gee, we're going to be thinking here. We got 10 minutes to do it. Be thinking about the Super Show fireworks players of the game on the special teams and on defense and offense. So be thinking of who.
I got my offense for sure.
Well, I'm about to say, I bet we both have the offense, defense. You know, once again, it's, you know, last week Lee and I gave it to the total defensive team, and so anyway, we got the defensive side coming up, and then special teams. We have us an on-time service timeout. Once again, we do appreciate our sponsors, but we'll be coming up in the Southern Sky Aviation post-game show. We'll have the Super Show fireworks player of the game, and there you go, service on time, or we pay you $59. Kerry Atkins, I tell you, the owner, I tell you, does a good job. He had his advertisements running here at Homewood Patriots too. And 205-942-1405, ontime59.com. Give them a call. I did, and I really do glad I did. do a fantastic job.
Here's a 3rd and long from the Patriots.
So Folks takes it, he rolls out to the right. He's looking, doesn't find anybody. He's going to tuck it, and boom! Impressive. You got not only John McMillan making the hit. Well, I'm going to tell you right now, he got hit hard, but number 60 was moving for the Spartans.
Yeah, he came
look at
downhill.
number 6. Yeah, look at him. Look at him. Like you say, come downhill, just chasing. Gray Doster doing a great job making him cut back up. Face mask, it looks like, is going to come in. That was just an effort play.
Yeah, that was a great time by Tompkins to just kind of move down the line and get to the outside and make a play on the ball. You don't see many guys his size being able to do that just first to fourth quarter, but he does a great job of it.
Here's another angle of it. You know, you see all the great job there. That's a great job, just seeing him run, doesn't give up, keeps moving. So 9:49 to go here in the fourth quarter. Patriots got a first down on the 29, on their 29, hands it off to number 33, and he's met by Frost. And Gray Doster, John McMillan. I tell you, Von Frost has been in a bunch of plays.
Yeah, he's been. I feel like we've called his name on that line.
Yeah, we really have. And Spartans beat Homewood last year 28-0, lead the series 19-15 all time. Looks like we're going to make that 20-15. Spartans up 42-14. Folks, 2nd and 8, looking, going to run it. Oh, makes a good move on Quinn Thomas, but man, Jones Beavers.
I thought Von Frost that time.
With Von Frost.
Popped him.
Yeah, let's see here. And Jones Beavers coming up too. But Von Frost again. Watch
Von Frost in this play. Creeps up, fights off the block.
Yeah, both of them. It's like, Vaughn applies that hit and makes the hit. There's a good shot of the defensive line, Ethan Wynn, and the great wall of Tompkins, Richardson, and Gray Doster, Quinn Thomas right there. And then you see Von Frost back there and the supporting cast back there, the linebackers. So it brings up 3rd down and 4, 8:24 to go. And that is going to be a Patriots timeout, and a very frustrated Homewood coach coming out on the field to call that timeout.
Not too thrilled.
So I tell you, our Pitts and Zanatti next week's matchup will be Chelsea away game. And guess what? It will be on a Friday night. I feel like we've had 4 Thursday night matchups this year. We're going to start calling it Thursday Night Lights, but there it is. The Pitt Cincinnati attorneys at law. Next week's matchup on October 22nd, we'll be traveling on down 280 to Chelsea to see the Spartans play the Hornets. Spartans will be clinching the Region 5 championship tonight. But we will still have that Pitt Cincinnati region matchup with Chelsea next week, which we need to win to keep us going in the right direction as we head to state.
Looks like that might be a false start.
So another Callahan Eye Foundation flag on the play, and that is a false start. That is not a dance move. They'll mark them back. I'll tell you what, I've never seen a yellow flag get more press time than I have tonight. Good close-up shots of that flag. So Homewood 39, ball on 30. They hand it off.
Met behind the line that time by Trent.
By big number 4, Trent Wright, making the tackle. And that will be another 3rd down, Beds Express stop. So tuck the Patriots on into that nice mattress that you purchased from Beds Express and say goodnight. So it brings up a 4th down, and Patriots will be punting.
And a high snap over the head of the punter.
And there you go. Look at the Spartans chasing after it.
He's going to have to jump on it. So that will give the Spartans the ball inside the 5.
I tell you what, it would look like Clyde Beavers and was that Palin Wilkinson?
Yeah, Palin
Wilkinson, 14 chasing after it. And look at this right here. Snap. Whoa, over the head there. And there you see Palin and Clyde chasing after it. And the Spartans are going to get the ball on the 4-yard line. And John Cooper going to come in at quarterback. And number 25, Jack King, who's had a good year. And you see the handoff to – nope, John's going to keep it. And
get right back to the line of scrimmage.
Which is going to bring up 2nd and goal. So you see some of the offense in there. Henry Bame has come in at left tackle, number 72 right tackle, William Tomlin. Rudy Harrison in on the line. Nelson Crawford still in there. John Cooper takes it, hands it right off to Jack. Jack follows his blockers up the middle. And it's going to be
the 2-yard line.
3rd down and 2. 67 in there, John Hendry. Who else am I missing there, G? Number 21 for the Spartans, Clark Sanderson in the ball game. 11, Michael Areno. Carter Kelly, 43, still in the ball
27,
game.
Lawrence Behringer.
Yeah, Lawrence Behringer, there you're good. So here it is, 3rd and goal from the 2. 6:14 to go. John Cooper. Spartans are going to keep it on the ground and run it, hand it off to Jack King, and let's see if he gets it in. And that's a touchdown, Spartans.
Another touchdown run for the Spartans. That's their, I believe, our 5th rushing touchdown tonight.
That's a 2-yard touchdown run by Jack King with 6:05. And the Spartans will go for the extra point. And the kick is up and good. And G, did you count it?
Yeah,
so
5.
5 touchdown
Cole's
run.
got 1, Jack's got 1, and Will's got himself 3.
That's right. So Spartans go up 49-14. Look at the replay right here. Starts in the middle with the snap, and you see Henry pulling, and you see Carter Kelly and William Tomlin, Bame all making their blocks. That's a Hollis Wright touchdown. That's a Morris Shea. Great play, great shot right here. You see everybody pulling around, and look at the blocking. Carter Kelly just doing a great job always blocking, number 43. Perfect job. Once again, we're so happy you're here with us tonight. 6:05 left in the 4th quarter. Soon we will have the Southern Sky Aviation post-game show, and we'll do the Super Show fireworks player of the game. But Lee Tracy on assignment wasn't with us tonight, and you got George Palakas 3 and George Palakas 4 here with you. G4 has been fun, buddy.
Yeah, it's been a blast. Calling always fun when it's a blowout.
We do appreciate our sponsors, as we talked about them, and Edge of the Sword, Shea Davis Boutique, St. Luke's Episcopal Church, Gewin Service, Southeastern Pond Management, Somerset Advisory Group, La Paz. We do appreciate the Edge of the Sword sponsors, and I tell you, and all the sponsors we've been calling out tonight. We never have any measurements, and we haven't had many 4th down stops, but Goodwin Mills, Kaywood, we've seen their commercials, and really do appreciate their sponsorships. Once again, we told you the Pitt-Cincinnati attorneys-at-law matchup next week will be versus Chelsea Hornets. And now we give you our Vulcan Tire Automotive kickoff. There was another touchback.
Ball goes into the end zone for a touchback. Patriots start 1st and 10 from their own 20-yard line.
So the Homewood Patriots will come back out. I would assume Harris Folks stays in the ball game at quarterback.
Once again, we want to give a shout out to Alonzo Day Edequez, who plays sixth grade Mountain Brook, plays for the sixth grade Mountain Brook Patriots. He's a tough one. He's been battling some health issues of late. We want Alonzo to know that he and his family are in the thoughts and prayers of all us Spartans family. The strength of the Spartan is the warrior at his side. Shields up. We're with you, brother. Get better, Alonzo. And that was Homewood takes it right over the left side and just trying to get anything going for him. But with 5:46 to go, the Spartans going to clinch the Region 5 championship for 6A here.
Always good to win against your crosstown rival, but even better when it's in blowout fashion.
That's right. So low snap, and there it comes. Oh, look at that pressure coming. Big number 49 making the play, William Greer McDuffie. I tell you, 49 gets in the ball game, gets his minutes, he makes them count. I
mean,
he's
all over the place when he's in the ball game.
That's another. Look at the sophomore linebacker there, and you see you see right up there up close some of the on the defensive line. This is a Nichols Concrete replay. Another great Morris Shea Bridge, great play. But you see up there number 98 on the line, Fields Mendelson. Number 92, Grant Johnson in the ball game. 88, Edward Bars. And you see Spartans and number 49 making the tackle again. Big number 51, Will Lucas, is in the ball game. And linebacker 48, Billy Radney. 28, Elliott Bloomston. He'll come and hit you. And 22, Evan Bibb. Mac Palmer. Jake Thompson will be back for us a fourth down. So it was another bad express third down stop, and Jake Thompson is back to receive the punt with 4:02 to go, and it's another
wobbler
off the foot.
Punt goes out of bounds at the 43-yard line. For the Spartans start first and 10.
So Mount Brook will once again take over, up 49-14 with 3:50 left in the ball game.
Carter Colvin, number 65, I see entering the ball game at center. John Cooper behind the center, quarterback with the shotgun, hands it off to Jack King. Jack, the shifty footwork, and look at there. Another Epper Logic first down. I mean, the offensive line all night long has had Homewood on ice, roller skates, just rolling backwards. Watch this right here. Just look at the line, good blocking. Look at Tomlin. Oh, and look at Hendry. And Colvin pancaking another pancake. We need to eat Waffle House again next week for team dinners. Got us Epper Logic. We're coming up. It's a second down. It looked like it was going to be a first down, but they marked it short of the first down. That one's a tackle for loss. So the clock is moving. Brings up third down and 6.
Put in the jumbo package.
So you see Sam Hunt, number 44, in the ball game.
11, Michael Areno.
Look at all the linemen. They're all looking down at the wristbands, matching up what the play is.
See what we decide to do here. If we're just going to run it or we take a shot.
No, we'll run it to Jack right up the middle, and Jack will just run like he weighs 250 pounds and makes an Epper Logic first down. Number 83, Alex Abeli, coming in the ball game. Another Nichols Concrete replay.
Can't say enough about this coaching staff. Coach Yeager is going to pick up his 153rd win as a coach and 128th win as a Mountain Brook Spartan coach. John Cooper once again getting handed off again to Jack King. Jack just, I mean,
he runs full steam.
He really
downhill.
does. You know, it is. I mean, it's the way we were able to interchange backs. You know, between Cole, Gamble, and Will Waldrop, and then you got George King and Jack King. I mean, you don't have any drop off when you have these with these running backs.
And we have a guy like Keith Griffin who's so valuable to this team. We haven't had him since.
Yeah, I mean, he had that 99-yard rushing game in Woodlawn and got hurt, got a knee injury, but also it's good to see this offensive line that's this group has come in with Bame and Tomlinson and Harrison and Colvin and Hendry. They just keep putting these guys on roller skates, pushing them back. There's another Epologic first down, and now the clock's under a minute, and the chains are moving. So you know I know the freshman team will be playing Homewood on Monday night, and I'm assuming the JV will play sometime next week against Homewood too. And once again, it's been an impressive night all the way around. So this will be the last play of the ball game. It should, unless we have barring any penalties or there's a kneel down. One of the best plays in football is when you get to knee it down. John Cooper knees it down. And that's a ball game. They'll line it up, G.
Yeah,
and,
big win.
Big win.
Region 5 champions.
Region 5 champions. And so the Spartans will move to 5-0 in Region 5, and they'll move to 7-1 on the season. You know, right now they're ranked, as we say, number 3 in the Sports Writers poll. You know, Homewood will move to 3-2 in the region, and they'll be playing Briarwood, who's 4-1 next week. So, and Spartans will Pitt Cincinnati next week will play Chelsea, who is 2-2 and 3-4 overall. And Chelsea is going to be playing Chase Valley will be at Chelsea tomorrow night for a Birmingham Mortgage Group matchup that around the region. So, G-Man, we're going to move us into the Southern Sky Aviation as we see the players all congratulating each other. I love seeing that the gold on each side of those Patriot helmets. But Southern Sky Aviation, we're going to be looking at our Super Show fireworks player of the game. But before we do that, how about I do this? How about I do a recap of the scoring for the game as you sit back and think about some of the special teams and some of the offensive players and defense players that will be considered for our the Super Show fireworks player of the game.
Yeah, I got my two in mind.
All right. So recapping our scoring in the first quarter with 7:56 to go, Will Waldrop had a 2-yard touchdown run. With 3:54 to go, Colvin had a 15-yard pass to Sims Brown. In the second quarter, Homewood got on the scoreboard with an 8-yard pass from Ray to Reeves. Then the Spartans came back, and Cole Gamble took a 39-yard handoff and ran at 6:27 of the second quarter to score another Spartan touchdown to make it 21-7. Spartans scored again with 4:09 in the second quarter, a 41-yard pass from Colvin to Sims Brown to take this lead of 28-7. Right before half with 2:39 to go, Homewood put together a big pass play for 67 yards from Ray to Reeves, and the Homewood Patriots put 14 on the scoreboard, and Spartans had 28, and that took us to halftime. Spartans up 28-14. Spartans came out, got the kickoff in the third quarter, and with 9:53 to go, Will Waldrop took a 62-yard TD run for a touchdown run, big run, make it 35-14. You see Coach Yeager talking to the players, telling them, hey, you just won the region, but hey, that doesn't mean anything. Keep playing ball. Next week's game's a big one. In the third quarter, Spartans, Will Waldrop had his third touchdown run, a 2-yard run, to make it 42-14. And then in the fourth quarter, Jack King got on the scoring side with a 2-yard TD run, and with 6:05 left in the fourth quarter, it made it Spartans 49, Homewood 14, and that remained our final. And as you see out there, our Spartans, we're surrounding our Spartans First Bank performance captains, Michael Areno, Jake Thompson, Braxton Dean, and John McMillan for tonight's game. So brings us to our Super Show fireworks players of the game. Let's go with the special teams first.
Special teams, I think it's Reed Harradine.
Yeah, I mean
it's so reliable.
You know, I really, you know, it's Reed almost every week from the standpoint he kicks it off into the end zone, so none of the guys can make any tackles or show us anything. And then on the punt side, when he does punt, he gives us booming punts. You know, he hits all the extra points, and so it's a no-brainer. You know, Jackson Beatty had a good little kickoff return. I saw a bunch of good little blocks in there. Bloomston had one of those blocks, I think. And but yeah, we'll go with Reed Harradine on that one, and for the Super Show fireworks special team player. And defense.
My defense player of the game is John McMillan. I thought he mixed it up just about every single play.
Yep.
Big hit after big hit. He's the anchor of our defense. So yeah, he's my player of the game.
He's your player of the game, and I'm gonna throw in one other player. Now, I feel like we called his name a lot too. The linebacker's Vaughn Frost.
Vaughn, yeah.
You know,
I think Vaughn played lights out today.
Yeah, I think Vaughn played lights out too. And I mean, that linebacker crew, we say it every week, whether it's Quinn Thomas or Trent Wright or John McMillan and Vaughn Frost. The collection agency's coming, and you better pay, you know, because they're coming after you. They're going to hit you and force you to do what they want you to do. So it is John McMillan and Vaughn Frost. I think that's a good tandem. John was a captain, a First Bank performance captain. And then offensively, I mean, you know, I know who we're both going to say. So I'll let you go first and say who you're going to say.
Will Waldrop.
Will Waldrop came in, did, like you said, did the hat trick with had a big 62-yard run, but he started off with a 2-yard run and had another 62-yard TD run, and then another 2-yard run too. And but I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm gonna give a supporting cast, Super Show fireworks supporting cast to that. And you know, when you're, I can't wait to see the Douglas Grant stats next week because the Spartans came in here and said we wanted to control the ball, the rushing game. You know, and you can't run unless you have a center, Nelson Crawford, blocking for you, a left tackle, Wilder Hines, blocking for you, and then you throw in, you know, Davis Peterson, and you throw in Max Smith, and you throw in William Cornet, then you throw in Carter Kelly. You throw in those guys that are up front that had the defense on roller skates the whole time. I mean, you kept calling pancake after pancake. You know, you didn't see like a Davis Peterson always at the point of attack 20 yards downfield. So Will Waldrop will get that Super Show fireworks player of the game. But that offensive line, he would turn around and tell us, give them the supporting cast, and if it wasn't for them, he couldn't have done any of that. Or John Colvin's touchdown passes and all that. So that offensive line really came out and controlled the game, and that's good because we need them to start controlling the line of scrimmage as we move on to Class 6A. Well, G-Man, it's been fun, buddy.
Yeah, it was a good game.
Good game. We really do appreciate the Barber Media Group who puts on the production, and I tell you what, especially this one tonight, you see Coach Yeager there being interviewed, and you know, we're in some weird confines here of, you know, got wires coming down from above. We got Jason above us in a room. We got Jason right here next to us in this small dorm room, and it was hard to set up for this game. And those guys, Joel and Jonathan and Jason, just do a fantastic job of always doing an AU #1 broadcast. And Jonathan, of course, in the van down by the stadium. But we do appreciate it. But I tell you what, Spartans, your Region 5 champions, and we'll head to Chelsea next week. And once again, hey, next game. We haven't won anything yet, so you got 24 hours to celebrate, and let's get ready to play a little Spartan football because our goal is state championship. So for George Palakas 4, I'm George Palakas 3, and for Lee Tracy, who's on assignment, This is Spartan football, and we want to say thank you for joining us on this broadcast. Spartans win it, 49-14. We'll see you next week, down 280 in Chelsea. Go Spartans.